Hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see you. I had to think for a split second. Just a short second. Good to see ya. What is up, Zaire and King Sharks and Azenbull? Wall of Chaos, Mistu. I can't believe there's a 50-page guide to this deck. That is insane. The Wheel of Blood, Sun and Moon. Ooh, that's a good magic name. How's everyone doing tonight? It is time for some Modern. I promise that we would play Modern tonight because it's been a minute since we've done some Modern, and we got some sweet options. We're going to start off Mana Tithing and making our opponents miserable, hopefully blowing up lands one after another. If we have time, which we'll see, this deck might be a long one because how do we win? I guess we're beating down with Magus of the Tabernacle. God, I guess in 10 turns. We do have 2 Goblin Dark Dwellers, but not a lot of win conditions. I guess scooping in Frustration is probably what we're going for. If we do get to play another deck, there's also this really kind of weird looking Waste Not Liliana's Caress deck I found. So maybe we do some discarding afterwards. So it's gonna be fun. I'm hyped. We haven't played much Modern on stream lately. It's gonna be a fun one. Oh yeah, not in Historic yet. We're practicing for it coming up in Historic, so so that's the plan for tonight. Modern action, and it should be fun. And then next week, I want to give you an early reminder. So next week, still no Monday stream. However, we should be doing preview stream, early access stream on Wednesday to start exploring Strixhaven. So I think the plan for next week is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So no Monday, but then 3 in a row in the middle of the week stream-wise. And then back to normal after that once we have Strixhaven out, until the next spoiler season comes along. Okay, one question for you. Before we talk about this deck and do our reminders and blow up lands and Mana Tithe, has anyone seen Modern Horizons rumors? Rumors / quote-unquote leaks that are unsubstantiated and I'm assuming just like text leaks or whatever. I'm very curious because someone said, "Hey, did you see the leak of Hymn to Turok?" And I was like, "Wait, no, I definitely have it, but I haven't actually even seen a post or anything. It was just someone tweeted that at me, and I was like, no, is that a real thing? Is that an actual real thing? Is there a rumor that Hymn to Turok's coming to Modern? Because Hymn to Turok seems insane in Modern. Counterspell should already be in Modern. I would be shocked if Counterspell was not in Modern Horizons 2. Counterspell should have been in Modern for years now. It's not even good. That's a bit of a stretch. I don't think that Counterspell is significantly better than Mana Leak in Modern. Maybe a tiny bit better in certain decks, but really, Mana Leak is much more splashable in 3-color decks. You don't get the free mana that you do in Legacy, where you can just fetch out original duels. Paying multiple shocks to get double blue, I actually think a Counterspell would be not a big deal in Modern. David, it is due. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. But I'm hyped. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. Drago, the return to Drago. I do kind of hate Teferi, so if there is one playstyle that annoys me, it is definitely Teferi, counter all your things, do this forever, beat you down with a Snapcaster Mage. Those Crim. I think it's Crim fault. I don't think I dislike playing against Drago until I started playing Commander Clash with Crim and getting Drago every single Commander game for years. Before that, I kind of liked it. Counterspell would be an instant staple, you think so? I mean, Logic Knot's not a staple. It seems like fringe play, but Gorian Verse! Did you hear the music on Rudy's channel yesterday? My music on Rudy's channel yesterday, so much hype. Oh, I didn't! That's amazing, Gorian Verse! Congratulations! That's awesome, and welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Alright, let's do reminders and start Mana Tithing and blowing up lands, because like I said, I think this deck's going to take a while to win if we do win. So we probably should start playing our league. We will have plenty of time to talk about Commander 2021, Strixhaven, music, you name it. We can talk about it and have some fun as we're blowing up our opponent's stuff. So, replay YouTube. That's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one, in the future. Normal YouTube. Things a little weird this week. Much brew going up to tomorrow, featuring Modern. But a couple things got missed because of spoiler season, but we'll be back to normal soon. Sweet Against Odds went up yesterday. Turgiding in Modern. Lucas, how are you? Count Joku, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 21st month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So check that out on the YouTube. Also, all the top 10 videos should be going up next week, so tons of Strixhaven stuff to come. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magic cards, like Strixhaven cards, or Commander 2021 cards, or maybe an Extended Border Culling Ritual, which I guess is a Strixhaven card, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com, even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Let them know you want one in your order notes. They'll hook you up. They're nice like that. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch page, that's where you can help clean out Richard's garage and support the stream of the channel and the site. Bear Snake for the 27th month. That is insane. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Been super fun watching your content. Best of luck. Well, thank you so much. Otherwise, merch page, donations, always appreciated. Never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. Favorite Strixhaven card? Oh my god, that is a tough one. Favorite Strixhaven card? You know, I actually, and this might be totally off base. I'm really excited about Body Research. Is it going to be good and like top tier broken? I don't know, but there's so many combos like Terror of the Peaks, Body Research, win. Body Research, Kazools for your fling, win. Body Research, Simic Ascendancy, win. So I love all the things that it enables. Is it going to be like play this in my mid-range deck and win in Standard? No, you're probably going to lose to Claim the Firstborn or whatever. But I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about Hofsfree. I actually think Hofsfree is really strong. I'm excited to play that one. Liliana combos are like kind of fun, although I'm not sure like how insane they're gonna be. So this set's gonna be sweet. I'm really hyped for this set. And then some of the cards I'm most excited for are actually just like playing Mana Tithe and Stone Rain and Tendrils and cards like that in Historic is gonna be spectacular. So this set's gonna shake things up. Well, Lord, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Dragon's Approach. So here's the thing about Dragon's Approach for me. We just have a lot of those cards now. Like, I don't know. Relentless Rats was really cool and unique. Shadowboard Apostle was pretty sweet and also kind of unique. Then we got Persistent Petitioners. Then we have like Seven Dwarves, which is kind of like that. I'm even forgetting one. Rat Colony is on the list. I think there's another one that I'm not forgetting of. That I'm forgetting at the moment. So I feel like they've made those cards so many times that Dragon's Approach, while it's cool, it's kind of like, oh, it kind of does the same things essentially as a lot of the other ones as far as the combos it enables. It might do them a little bit better, but anyway, let's talk about our deck, and then we talk about our favorite Strixhaven cards and whatever else as we are hopefully making opponents miserable. So we are playing Boros Land Destruction. What are we doing with this deck? We are blowing up lands. If you look at our deck, we have an absurd amount of land destruction spells. We actually have a full 12 land destruction spells. Pillage, Molten Rain, Stone Rain, also Boom Bust, which can be an Armageddon, or land destruction. So 1,000,000 land destruction spells. Then we got Goblin Dark Teller to flash back land destruction spells. And now we have stuff that essentially punishes our opponent for not having mana. Our opponent being light on mana because we blow up all their lands is going to make it hard for our opponent to keep creatures doing anything with Magus of the Tabernacle out, or with Ghostly Prison out. Watermelon with the gift sub to Long Shots. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So we have Magus, Ghostly Prison to deal with creatures. We have Oust. We can oust a creature, and if we blow up enough lands, opponent probably can't recast it. And this is where the most important card comes in. Mana Tithe. Mana Tithe, I already love Mana Tithe, because no one expects a Mana Tithe, and it is super fun to get people with. Decarmona. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Yeah, no Emrakul. No, none of that. No Nahiris. We're on hard mode. We're blowing up your lands until you give up. We're not trying to Emrakul you. That would be too easy, especially with Mana Tithe. Like, Mana Tithe and Nahiri Emrakul, that would just be too, that wouldn't even be fun. It would be like playing a CDH deck against a bunch of precons. Like it would just be too imbalanced. But Mana Tithe, I already love Mana Tithe, just in random decks. However, it's even better in this deck because if we blow up enough lands, it's unlikely our opponent is probably going to be able to pay for the Mana Tithe, and that's what we're trying to do. Suppression Field shuts down Planeswalkers, shuts down fetch lands, so kind of more land destruction with upside. A little bit of removal in Lightning Bolt, Valakut Awakening, a land that can get rid of stuff we don't need. Mana base, important cards are Cascading Cataracts and Flagstones. Cascading Cataracts, Flagstones are so we can boom bust ourselves and not lose a land. Flagstones choose out another one. Cascading Cataracts doesn't go away. Kind of would be cute to play a Golos just to spin into more land destruction, but probably not necessary. Sideboard, Graveyard Hate, more Suppression Fields, more Creature Hate, more removal, Boils in case we run into a blue deck, Storm Breath is a faster finisher, Trinisphere for more locking, Gemstone Caverns in case we're on the draw, and that's the deck. Blow them up, counter them up, and that's basically it. Blue Collar Man. Love the contest set. Thoughts on Oversimplify from Commander 2021. What is Oversimplify? I'm still trying to remember all the card names. Oh, Exile. Oh, that card's insane. Oversimplify. 5 mana, exile all creatures. Each player creates a fractal equal to the total power of the creatures that were exiled. So essentially, you deal with a whole bunch of stuff. Everyone probably gets a big creature. I think the upside is your blue-green deck is not good at really with dealing with a go-wide board. I assume bounce it, but it's not bad at dealing with one big creature. You can deal with everything. If your opponent's one big fractal is going to be a threat to you, then you can Pongify or Beast Within or something. So I actually think it's going to be a pretty playable because Simic just struggles with Hard Wrath, and this is a Hard Wrath with a bit of a twist, but I think it's good. Oh, choo choo! Welcome to the trade, everyone. All right, let's blow some lands. Let's blow up some lands, see what happens, and then perhaps we will waste not after. We'll see. We can also swing with Magus to the Tabernacle. I actually think the main win condition is opponents conceding. Like, I really don't think, hopefully, that we'll actually have to kill many opponents. I think that most opponents, when they see that they can't do anything and they have 0 lands in play, hopefully they just give up. Exactly. We don't win, our opponents lose. What Commander 2021 deck has the best reprint value? That would be the Boros deck. The Boros deck has... Oh, what are the 2 expensive cards? The Dragon that price spiked, and a random artifact that also price spiked recently. The Dragon is a card I didn't realize was expensive, but it was like a $30 card, which is absurd. So yeah, the Boros deck has the highest value. Hellkite Tyrant, thank you, Darty Boy. Potato David, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Does a 2021 version of Eminent Domain play Agent of Treachery, Orvar, and Flicker of Fate? Ooh. Definitely will play Agent of Treachery. Not sure about Orvar, Flicker of Fate. Maybe? I don't know if that would be too... Maybe. I'd have to test out those. I think Age of Treachery, yes, 100%. As far as the Orvar package, I wonder if it'd be consistent enough. Have you seen the new Double Vision Infinite Affinity Birds deck floating around? Totally looks like a brainchild of yours. Wait. Infinite? Oh, Infinite? Wait, does it go infinite, or it's the extra turn spell? I assume it's Double Vision, double extra turn, essentially, is the idea. So that might be an Alia Andrazi deck, actually. It also sounds like something Alia would do. It reminds me of the troll deck we played, though, where we were copying with Lithoform Engine, rather than Double Vision, and it was actually really sweet. I really enjoyed playing that deck, and it was actually kind of good. Ooh, blue. All right, well, hopefully some lands will be blown up. If we shock ourselves with this Sacred Foundry, our opponent's going to know. I think we got to play it tapped. If we play this untapped, it's going to send a pretty clear sign that we have something. And we don't want our opponent to know that something... Oh, no. Oh, no. We should have played it untapped. Oh, I guess we should just... Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, Pillage can deal with the equipment. Well, Valakut Awakening. And Oust. Ooh. Yeah, maybe they would have thought it was Bolt. We might be fine. We might still be good. Yeah, we gotta open up chat and stream mode it. Whoa, big stream mode. Well, you just got every Stoneforge in existence? Come on now, opponent. Come on now, opponent. What didn't make sense? Opponent. Passes. Well, land. Actually, you know what? Let's Stone Rain. About it. Oh, come on now. Force a negation! What is happening? Opponent. Nahiri's I consider Nahiri to be cheating. Too easy. Cheating. Opponent. Plays Sword of Fire and Ice. Equips Sword of Fire and Ice. We play a land and we pillage Sword of Fire and Ice. Pass the turn. I mean, we're fighting. We're fighting and clawing. If a Jace comes down, we're going to be in trouble. No Cleansing Wildfires. Gilgum. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Oh, come on now. Oh, they just naturally had it? Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, this is a deck that really wants to win the die roll. And we did not. Hey, what's up, Jim? How are you? Well, more pillages, maybe? Opponent's drawn so many Stoneforges. Would they not have a Batterskull? Do people actually play Stoneforge decks without Batterskull now? Is that where this is headed? I'm honestly not sure that we can get out of this. Ghostly Prison. Yeah, this went kind of poorly, I guess. Opponent can pay for free because of their sword. Hey, what's up, Dillis? How are you? Well, we ousted, but then they immediately played another Stoneforge, so they shuffled it away. So they did just draw it naturally. If we discard the Mana Tithe, then they know about Mana Tithe, and then we have to sideboard out Mana Tithe. Because if you know about it, it's maybe we show it and sideboard it out, and then just trust that they play around it anyway. Or we just scoop, because there's no way. This is a deck that is not going to get back into games. Like, this is a deck that has to start off strong, because if it does not start off strong, it is going to have a really difficult time catching up. All right. Well, opponent does not believe in activated. Well, so this hits Stoneforge, but they don't really have fetch lands. What do you think was a questionable play, Monster? Yeah, I mean, Suppression Field kind of stops Stoneforge. The thing is, they can still pay, and once it's equipped, it's equipped. Yeah, I mean, it has, I guess, a slight bit of value. Magus doesn't seem good. Oust doesn't seem good. At least Lightning Bolt can hit a Planeswalker. I expect this to go, hopefully, a lot better with us being on the play. We'll see. Kind of skeptical of... Like, Trinisphere seems decent. When does Modern Horizons 2 preview start? Do you have any predictions about what they may add? Well, I think previews is still a little bit away. I don't know. When does the set come out? June? So it should be like the end of May, maybe, I would guess, for previews. Yeah, let's bring the Storm Breaths. Let's try it like that. Oh, is Jim a Lord of the Rings fan? Oh, Lord of the Rings, really? All right, sell me on it, Jim. My take is that Lord of the Rings is incredibly tedious. This hand doesn't have anything that combos with... Nothing that combos with Boom Bust. When are we gonna Mog Monday, Jim? If you need a new challenger sometime when it's not spoiler season and I'm ridiculously busy. We're going to keep. I mean, I don't think we can ship this. It's really painful. Our opponent's deck can't really punish us for it being painful, but we can deal with a Stoneforge. It is kind of always spoiler season these days, isn't it? Opponent, Delver. Well, I guess we got to kill the Delver. Indestructible land would be the best. Please, Cascading Cataracts one time. Sacred Foundry. Well, all right. We're not gonna boom here. Too risky. Pass the turn. Boot it. Untap land. Play the land. Pass the turn. No Cleansing Wildfire. Crack the Earth is pretty terrible, I think, because it's a sacrifice effect. So it's just, it's limited. It's limited in that it doesn't work with Cascading Cataract. So we basically would have to have Flagstones for it to synergize. Land, please. Well, if we need to double Manatize something, our opponent's going to be in trouble. Opponent, Flooded Strand. Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, we really need to draw land. Yeah, no one expects the first one, let alone the second one. Boy, this is going so poorly. Land? Ooh, I love Mana Tithe, but maybe not quite this much. I mean, this is going so bad. Oh, opponent. You're going to crack their Flooded Strand, counter our Molten Raid. Dovin's Veto. Here comes a sword. I don't know. Maybe we should just... Maybe we should have fired off the land destruction, but our opponent was pretty... Oh, all right. Yep. On to the next one. I blame Mana Tithe for that. I blame Mana Tithe. That was Mana Tithe's fault. Oh, if we had mana, that would have went so differently. I know. It's not Mana Tithe's fault. It's worse fault. Moto's fault for not giving us the land. I mean, there's a drawback to Mana Tithe, which is you need that mana to cast it for it to do anything. But I guess that's true of most cards. Except for, yeah, free spells, I guess. Mishra's Bauble. How do you feel about free spells in Modern, Jim? I mean, I feel like this deck needs to be blowing up lands on turn 2 or turn 3. It's possible we should have... Maybe we shouldn't have kept the 2-lander. I don't know. Time for potatoes. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup here for you. Thank you. Left out the opponent's deck had Jace, Delver, and Stoneforge. What a weird deck. I don't know. It kind of just looked like a blue-white control deck with Delvers, but I guess having Delver is somewhat unique. Sundrake, welcome to... Oh, man. What, is modern not a thing anymore? Why is it taking so long to find a modern game? I feel like we're in a Pioneer League. Sondrak, welcome to the Fishbowl. And are you listening? First time sub. Welcome you as well. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why is there so few MTGO Cube content on MTG Goldfish? I think it's mostly just that Constructed is kind of like the main thing we do. And I kind of feel like there's a ton of Cube content. So I play it on stream sometimes, and occasionally there's a video of Cube. And Cube is one of the most fun formats to play, but I feel like Cube just gets super oversaturated. Because when a good Cube comes on, everyone streams it, everyone posts videos of it. So I kind of like doing Constructed stuff and because not everyone wants to watch drafts. So that's kind of the upside, I think, is offering, some Constructed to people in the vast sea of Cube content during Cube weeks. Hey, what's up, Aussie Dave? Good morning. Good to see you. I really enjoy... Wow. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. That's not good. How are you playing Magic in Microsoft Word right now? You'd be amazed. There's this hack. I'll send you the details. Moto, it is a little Microsoft wordy. The thing is, Arena doesn't offer most formats. Like, that's kind of the issue. Ooh, Chaos Draft. That's sweet. Chaos is in, like, an actual Chaos Draft where you have a bunch of different packs. Is that on Arena? Is there a Chaos Draft on Arena right now? Oh, I must have missed that. Is it Cube down? Did they take down Cube and add in Chaos Draft? Oh, it's a third-party thing. I see. They should. That would be sweet. They should add Chaos Draft to Arena. They did it to Moto and it was sweet. I don't know why they couldn't. Like, I guess it would probably be limited to Arena sets, but still, like, that would still be sweet. Yeah, it would be super fun. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. I bet they will at some point. Not enough sets. Are there not? You have, like, everything that's currently in Standard. You have Ixalan. You have remastered sets, which there's several of. You got Jumpstart, maybe? I don't know if that would work for a Chaos. I guess you could Chaos Draft Jumpstart. It seems probably close enough. Oh, so you gotta wait a couple more years? Have they ever done proper Chaos Drafts on Moto, like a random selection of all standard packs? That would be super sweet. They've done some special events on Moto. Jeez. How in the world am I the only one of these 1,483 people that are... Maybe everyone's just scared to get Mana Tithed. They know that we're Mana Tithing, and they're like, not going to queue up right now. Do you think we will see a banner restricted list update for Historic with the recent Strixhaven with the Sack Deck and Azorius Control seem to be the most prominent decks in the format right now? I would be very surprised. Okay, I'd be very surprised if there was a ban list before Strixhaven releases, because Strixhaven is going to shake up the format. On the other hand, I would be very surprised if there wasn't a ban list announcement in the not super distant future after Strixhaven. Like, even Wizards basically said, and this was weird. I don't know if you read the state of the program. I don't know if maybe we'll just read Wizards articles today, since no one is interested in playing Modern at the moment, apparently. I don't know if I can pull up the state of the program. Anyway, they posted the state of the program. I'm probably going to have my Twitter. And they basically said that they were treating all these special cards coming into Strixhaven kind of like the creation of Pioneer. And it basically sounded like they're expecting to have to ban... They're almost expecting to have to ban... Mystical Archive cards in Historic. So it's more like put them in the format, give them a try, and then we'll see what happens. So I would not be surprised if some of them do end up needing to be banned. On the other hand, if that's already their plan, hey, have fun, Jim. Good luck with the draft. On the other hand, if that's their plan, I don't know why. I don't know why they wouldn't let in like Lightning Bolt and Swords to Plowshares. I mean, Counterspell as well. Channel, there's no way that's going to be safe. For like Dark Ritual with Storm cards, that's not going to be safe. For Demonic Tutor. But if they're already thinking like, just dump everything in and we'll sort it out later, why not free all of it? The other note, and I wanted to ask you all about this because you might have stronger feelings on this than I do. Wow. I've never had this happen in Modern before. We've been waiting like 10 minutes to play a game. That's actually like, it must be a fluke. That's kind of concerning. I have never had to sit in a queue for that long in Modern. Yeah, I guess everyone's playing Mengu's Cube. It probably is everyone's playing Cube right now. So, the other thing they announced is that Best of One is going to have a 7-card sideboard. I've already requeued 3 times. Yeah, this is the 3rd time. I usually wait like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and then do it again. But even that trick has not been working. So what do you think of... I would like to play MTG on this stream. I don't know if no one's playing Modern. I guess maybe we gotta just cube draft too. Because what else are we gonna do? I don't think it's a bug though. I mean, I can restart the client, but then you gotta look at my desktop and make fun of me. We just cubed last stream though. That's kind of always the question of how much cube do you want? I don't know. I mean, I enjoy playing cube. I always just assume people wanted to see. All right, we'll try restarting the. We'll try restarting. Avert your eyes, chat. It's getting a little fuller. I think last time you saw it, I think like we were around here, so we're another row in, but we haven't filled the entire thing. 1, 2, 3. We still have like 5 more rows. We're super good. We got tons of space. Really, though, spoiler season is almost over, and then I will clean it up, perhaps, maybe, or maybe I'll just add some more stuff. Just to troll you. One of these days, we're gonna stream, and my desktop's gonna be super clean. But I'm gonna add a bunch of funny things intentionally to my desktop, just to see if you notice. That is Hearthstone. I don't get to play it very much, but every once in a while I do a Hearthstone arena run, and then end up frustrated because I lose to some random effect that. How do you ever be in arena the 7-drop 7 or 8-drop wizard thing that whenever your opponent draws a card you get a copy of it that costs 1, and this is Hearthstone, so there's no lands, so it is the swingiest, brutalist card. Imagine Consecrated Sphinx, but it made the cards that you draw cost 1. Just absolutely insane. The new White Wrath is okay, I think. It's 5 mana. On the other hand, it is a sacrifice effect, which is an upside. Man, maybe we're going to have to cube just by default. Maybe... Oh, wait. Okay, someone is willing to get Mana Tithed. We're trying to Mana Tithe people and blow up lands, but instead we have just been waiting. Yeah. So we lose a die roll. We do have a Mana Tithe. Hand's not good, but we can Valakut Awakening it away. Is that worth keeping? I mean, we got to get a Tithe counter. This hand is likely to get us a Tithe counter. We're gonna keep. If they hit us with discard. I mean, we can also sack Sunbait Canyon. So we have lands that can turn into more things. Boot it. I bet Seth never took the time to rename downloaded MP3s. Wait, is that a thing you're supposed to do? Thank you for the challenge, Ray. I appreciate it. I don't actually have a vintage deck at the moment. Flagstones go. Opponent. What do you think from the commander cards? What's the one you're most excited for? Opponent. Well, that's probably it. You know what's reasonably effective, I would say, against land destruction? Probably a card called Ren in 6. Oh no! Oh no! We waited 10 minutes for the game to launch, and it's Ren in 6 on turn 2 on the play? I don't even think there... Is there even any point? Is there... We're... Okay, well, game 2. Sure. Wow! Okay, maybe there's a reason that... Maybe there's a reason that this deck has not become tier 1. It does seem to have some bad games. Boy, we've drawn a lot of Mana Tithe, and we can't actually do anything about it. Turn 2 on the play, we had the Mana Tithe, but they had turn 1 Utopia Sprawl, so it didn't even matter. Huh. I mean, the suppression field seems somewhat helpful. We still need... We still need to blow up a lot of lands. Rest in Peace probably isn't worth it. Yeah. The bolts can probably trim an Oust. Boyle's probably okay. Yeah, the bolts can hit Ren in 6. Maybe someday kill it. I don't know what creatures we're worried about. I think the main issue is our opponent just has so much mana. I wonder if this is the deck that... I wonder how much losing Simian Spirit Guide hurts it. I'm sure the answer is a lot, but is it like a lot, not worth it a lot, or a lot you can deal with it? Yeah, all right, let's try something like that. Let me see, Vigan. The plan is to blow up lands, and then blow up more lands, and then blow up more lands, and then Mana Tithe, and then blow up more lands. Well, I don't think we can not keep this. We gotta draw one more land. Ooh, Velomachus. Velomachus seems like a super fun commander to build around, for sure. Extra combat steps. That seems like a sweet Velomachus deck. I mean, don't sleep on the Goblin Dark Dweller. Goblin Dark Dweller. That's a clock. That's a clock. That's a 4/4. Only 5 turns of attacking. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, yeah, Ink Shield is really sweet. When it comes down to it, if our opponent has no lands, it doesn't really matter. Is this going to go the same exact way as last time? If our opponent has no lands, it doesn't really matter how we try to win the game. We're going to win the game. We really need a land here. If we draw a land here, we're exactly where we want to be. We can blow up this Utopia Sprawl land. Our opponent's going to be down to 1 mana. They can't really crack fetches very effectively. If we get rid of the forest, they probably can't crack them at all, and we're in business. If we don't draw land, then I guess we bolt our own face. Ooh, let me see, Betty. Yeah, okay, opponent plays a Ren in 6. Cannot activate it at the moment. Pillar of the Perrunes. All right, we draw the land. That is good. We Stone Rain. Pass the turn. Come on, no land. No land. No land. Or fetches. Fetch lands are acceptable. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at it. Ooh, that's a fetch land. Okay. Oust. Not a great draw. Ooh. Okay. It's coming together. It's coming together. Well, I think we just blow up the pillar. Suppression field doing work. Opponent. Whoo, more fetches. More fetches. Sure. Well, bolt the Renin 6. I kind of want to cast this Valakut Awakening. Pass the turn. Well, the problem is without Oust, I think we just... I think we just straight up lose to... those fetches. I think we just straight up lose to a like Niv or Omnath or something. Well, we kind of drew back into what our deck is. The good news is, if our opponent plays a real land, we just kill it. I can, I guess, see arguments for maybe having a slightly faster clock. Opponent passes. Alright, well, Flagstones. Keep a Flagstones. Sacred Foundry. Go. I don't want to blow up a fetch land. There's no point. I think Shardless Agent would be fine in Modern. It would have been insane if Velki was still... If you could still cascade into Tibalt, that would be broken. This is... Our poor opponent. Suppression field doing work. It's doing work. Oh, opponent. What do you say? What do you say, opponent? Yeah, I think we got enough mana that we can crack a Sunbake. Oh, that's a real land. That will not stand. We can't have that now, can we? Alright, sack Sunbake Canyon. Yeah, alright, more Stone Rains. Untap. Battlefield Fjorge, and... Yeah, no. You're never cracking those fetches, opponent. We're not going to let you do it. We're not going to let you do it no matter how hard you try. Opponent passes. Well, we will Sunbake Canyon. Bolt. Oh, we're getting to the discard to hand size part of the game. Our opponent can't... There we go. There we go. That's what we've been wanting to do. We didn't get to Mana Tithe, but that was only because our opponent did not have the ability to cast any spells. Invader G1R! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Steam Cheer for... Big Steam Cheer for you. Thank you. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Did you see they discarded a Raven's Cry? Are they an actual like graveyard deck? Maybe can we cut the Ouse? Are we just gonna if we cut the Ouse, are they just gonna play one creature and we lose? Chandra could be alright. Yeah, Rest in Peace seems good. I'm a little worried that they play one creature and we just scoop, but I guess that means we just gotta keep them from playing one creature. Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace. Oh, this is a stacksy deck. Maybe we cut the Dark Dwellers and just trust that Magus will get there. Or our opponent already... So, alright, what do you think of this theory, chat? Our opponent already showed that if we lock them hard enough, they will scoop. Can we take out our possible win conditions and just trust that our opponent is going to concede? Maybe? Because they probably will. Like, I'm sure you've heard the story about LSV storming and forgetting to actually have the storm card, but it still worked because he just cast all of his spells and get a high storm count, and then his opponents would concede because what kind of idiot would build storm and play storm and not actually have a storm card to win the game? We could probably do that with this deck. Yeah, we don't win. Our opponent loses. I think Tono's put that perfectly. Well, we got the rest in peace into land destruction into maybe cold card draw. Temple Garden opponent. Well, oh boy, give us a counter. We need counter one. We win very slowly with a Goblin Dark Dweller. Very, very slowly. Come on, show us that Ren and 6. All right. Not ideal. About it. Passes. Decisions. Yeah, I guess 4 bolts and 4 molten rains technically could add up to 20. How does this go most wrong? What I'm worried about is them playing Omnath. If they play Omnath, I think we just lose. I'm kind of tempted to just feel they might scoop if they have nothing. Yeah, but they might win if they have Omnath. Alright, we'll play it. It seems like chat has voted Suppression Field. I think there's some argument to leaving up Mana Tithe, because if they just go untap land Omnath, we're dead. Untap land. Chat. Oh, chat. That one's on you, chat. That one is totally on you. 1000%. We could have Mana Tithe that. Oh, chat. Well, now we're dead. Opponent gets it. It says. Plays an Arbor Elf. Bolt doesn't kill Omnath, though, unfortunately. Yeah, we need to draw another bolt, and then we can maybe deal with a single. Oh. Yeah, that was a big punt. Well. Yeah, going to the bottom. Flagstones, keep a Flagstones. Get a Sacred Foundry. Go. If you believe Bolt could kill it. We're just not believing enough. We need to believe our way into this. Oh, wow. We didn't trust the Mana Tithe. When it comes down to it, that was the issue. We did not trust the Mana Tithe. If we had trusted the Mana Tithe, we had it, but we did not. And I mean, I guess it's fair that we got punished for not believing in Mana Tithe enough. Oh, opponent. Oh, I even said it too. I even said exactly those words. Like, if we tap out and they have untap land Omnath, we lose. And they had exactly untap land Omnath, and we exactly lost. Oh, well, We should have won that 100%, like 1,000,000%. Check out my historic deck abusing Phyrexian, Reclamation, and Explorer mechanic. Oh, that was a quick one. Phyrexian, Reclamation, Explorer. Ooh, that does look like it can generate a lot of value. Ooh, we want a die roll. All right, this hand actually is pretty sweet. We even have the flagstone, so we can boom on 2 into Molten Rain on 3. It's not your fault, chat. It's not your fault. It's my fault. It's my fault for listening. I should have known better. No, really, I think that's actually like, I can see arguments for both sides there. Like, I can, because there's also the argument that what if our opponent went, fetch land? What if they had a fetch land there? But I think the reason why it was wrong is we probably could have just waited one more turn and done the same thing. Like, we could have waited a turn, left up Mana Tithe, and then the following turn, if they didn't do anything, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a tough situation. Well, we will boom. Our flagstones, your Shelldock. Opponent's trying to crab us. Well, get the land past the turn. Opponent untaps. Yeah, that's a single. Opponents, there you go. A lot of Shelldocks. That might not end well. Opponent passes. Yep. That's a Molten Rain. That's good. Well, opponent. I think you should try drawing some untap lands in the future. Molten Rain. Go. This is when the deck looks absolutely insane. Like, this is the best aspect of the deck. Seachrome Coast. Opponent passes. When am I drawing a land? That's a land. All right. Well, Seachrome Coast and Molten Rain. Go. Opponent. Are you out of lands yet? Oh, well. Oh, are they playing Ad Nauseam? Oh, poor Ad Nauseam. Come on, Cascading Cataracts or Flagstones. Come on, come on. Yes. On demand. And, opponent. I'm sorry. How about blowing up that lad? The only bad news is we are kind of running out of action. I guess we can start sacking lands. But how much more mana can our opponent possibly have? We brought 4 lands. About it. Oh, they're trying to invert? That makes sense. We do need to find a clock at some point. Oh, another one. All right. All right, all right. Sac Sunbay Canyon. Land. Magus of the Tabernacle. Not great. Sac Sunbay Canyon. Stone Rain. Go. All right. We're doing it. I think we're doing it. About it. No lands. No. How do they have so many lands? Land destruction? Canyon. How else that Canyon draw a card? Ooh. What is the worst thing that can happen here? So if we Valakut Awakening and put our hand to the bottom, is there a way that we just lose if we do that now? Are we falling into the same trap if we Valakut Awakening? Because I feel like Ghostly Prison, Magus of the Tabernacle are dead cards. Silver Fucks, welcome to the Fishbowl. We'll wait. Okay, we learned a lesson last time. You gotta leave up the Mana Tithe. Wow. Okay, opponent, more land still. Opponent. Pendead Prism. Well, we will counter. I mean, I guess it's good for our opponent that they're flooding, or they'd really be in some rough shape. Well, Valakut Awakening. Put these two to the bottom. Mana Tithe 1, Mana Tithe 2, maybe Future Land Destruction. Another land? Okay. Opponent. Teferi. Well, Mana Tithe. Mana Tithe. No one, well, they probably do expect it this time, but it still gets them. Okay. Good try, opponent. Unfortunately for our opponent, this Gemstone Mine is going to sacrifice itself. So they're kind of helping do our job for us. Two Mana Tithes. Another land somehow. All right, opponent passes. Well, we will pillage a land. Pass the turn. What did our opponent keep to have to not? No, another one. What did our opponent keep to have this many lands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We blew it up 7, and they're still fine. Cut it out, opponent. Come on now. Come on. Just accept your fate. Well, thankfully we keep drawing pillages. This has gotta end eventually. Sooner or later, our opponent is gonna run out. It's gotta happen. I don't think it's possible that it cannot happen. Come on. Is this the turn? Oh, finally. Finally the turn when our opponent ran out of lands. Wow, that took a lot of land destruction. Well, we will boom. The City of Brass. Play Suppression Field. Well, opponent's got 6 cards in hand, but they finally run out of lands. Opponent. All right, we got there. They can't even have that many lands left in their deck. I can't imagine this combo deck is that land heavy. Well, we're not going to blow up this Gemstone Mine because it's only got 1 counter. I think it's happening. Opponent. Come on. Give up. Just give up. I guess we mill out first at this point. If we don't draw anything. Opponent discarding the hand size. Oh, okay, so it isn't Verter. Well, Cascading Cataracts. What do you think about Golos in this deck, chat? Do you think Golos could be worth it? Yeah, we got two Goblin Dark Dwellers. And Magus of the Tabernacle. Uh-oh. Come on, opponent. Into the Tithe. Give us number 3. Oh, change their mind. Uh-huh. You know what? We're gonna Mana Tithe that. 3. 3 Mana Tithes. A Teferi and 2 ramp spells. Well, opponent, this is not over yet. Down to 10. Can we get a finisher, please? They drew all 4 City of Brasses and 3 Shelldock Isles. Yes. Oh, we drew 4 Mana Tithes. We're going to get 4. We're going to get 4 in one game. Now I kind of want our opponent to draw at least enough lands that we can Mana Tithe them one more time. Ouse, not super helpful. Pass the turn. Opponent. Oh, we passed the turn. Our opponent, it was opponent's turn. Discard Thassa's Oracle, Wishclaw Talisman, Battlefield Forge. Go. Dingus Egg is legal, I believe. Oh, poor opponent. Another Shelldock Isle. Another one. Oh yeah, this turn 18 is nothing. We're going all the way, I think. Hopefully. Well, okay. 1, 2, and 3. Can't let you have that. Our opponent's gotta know. They gotta be playing their Shell Dogs and being like, oh my god, this is gonna happen again. Dark Slick Shores. Uh-oh. Well, I guess another suppression field. Wow. I can't believe this has not been enough land destruction to keep our opponent from doing anything. Castle Ardenvale could be worth considering. Opponent passes. Yeah, I guess we'll start holding on to lands. Land destruction. Bolt. Opponent. Huh. Alright, not a land. How many lands can they have left? Alright, there's a Stone Rain. That's what the doctor ordered. Enough of this having a mana thing. Pass the turn. I don't know why our opponent's not scooping. I guess I assume we're going to run out eventually, but... Opponent. Passes. Discards. Us is... Okay. They got some unlife... Well, this we will play. Because we can draw a card with it. For 1,000,000 mana. Yeah, if we ever find a Dark Dweller... If we ever find a Dark Dweller, we can win pretty quick. Or a Ghostly Prison. Hey, what's up, Prototype? We're having fun. Our opponent... I don't know if our opponent is, but we are having all kinds of fun. About it. Passing. We've got 3 Mana Ties. We're gonna hit a Dark Dweller eventually. Like, we have to. And we can bolt Dark Dweller Bolt, and that's like a 2-turn clock. Another bolt. So we know it's gonna happen. Like, it's in our deck. And it's not the bottom, because we put a Magus of the Tabernacle on the bottom. At some point, our opponent might just be out of lands. Alright, pass the turn. Some good, clean fun. We're playing the fairest of Magic today. Opponent passes. Discards. There it is. Well, bolt you. Cascading Cataracts. Dark Dweller. Bolt you. Oh! That was beautiful. That was so good. Mr. Pooh, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what the deck wants to be doing. Like, that is it. I feel a little bad for our opponent, just a tiny bit, but that was a dominating performance. And that was, with our opponent, I got to count real quick how many lands they drew, because it felt like they drew an absurd number. How many lands did our opponent draw? I'm like actually curious if we just ran them out, or how close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think we blew up more than half. They probably have, what, 18 lands maybe? 20? Somewhere in that range. So, well, not bad. Not bad. It is actually pretty cheap, too. Not quite truly budget, but close. Rest in peace. Is Rest in Peace worth it? Yeah, Oust is dead. So Oust goes out. Gemstone Caverns comes in over something. It does slow him down. That's probably enough. They didn't appear to be playing fetch lands. Hey, what's up, Ketherill? I believe we were doing the Strixhaven preview stream. I haven't actually heard details, but my assumption is the answer is yes. And, sadly, my assumption is you cannot play Historic, Every other early access stream has always been standard only. So we'll have to see. Maybe you can play standard this time. Yeah, our creature stuff doesn't do anything. Maybe something like this? That probably seems fine. Does the deck play Jace, Field Rex it? I mean, it kind of does. It keeps them from drawing with Jace, but do they not have any islands? Oh, Boyle's probably worse then. Well, Bolt, and we'll keep a suppression field then. Well, we'll see. They're going to be on the play. Is Blood Moon just totally useless in this deck? It would be fine. Schnapps! Well, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we'll keep this. Opponent's probably going to be playing around Mana Tithe all day. Wait, do you think just Magus to be a clock? I guess being a clock is a thing. So Blood Moon, wow, always with the Shelldock Isles. So Blood Moon, I don't think it would be bad in this deck, but I'm also not sure it's necessary. As weird as that sounds, because I love Blood Moon. Oh God, oh God, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Ooh, another bolt. That's not ideal. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No land destruction. Opponent, more lands. Ugh. All right. Opponent's off to the races. That's a good start. More lands. Our deck is way better on the play than on the draw. Yeah, opponent, no fear of the Mana Tithe after getting got by it 3 times last game. Opponent, City of Brass. More, wow, well, they got the mana. Opponent passes. Well, Valakut Awakening. Everything to the bottom. Well, we'll see. Opponent's just got so much mana. Opponent. Are we dead? More mana. We need a way to blow up their lands. Oh, and we draw right back into Bolt again. Well, Flagstones. Boom. Blow up a land. I wonder if Stony Silence would be worth it. We don't get to get a land because of Rest in Peace, which is awkward, but still worth it. We gotta do something. The problem is they have all this artifact mana that we can't stop. So opponent appears to be ready to win, unless Spoils kills them. Come on. Come on. Claim another victim, Spoils of the Vault. Ugh. Down to 7. Angel's Grace. Spoils of the Vault. Pendant Prism is a mana ability, I believe. I think basically everything that adds mana is a mana ability. Well, bolting them doesn't do anything because of Angel's Grace. Alright, well, fair enough. Good news is, we're on the play for Game 3. Yeah, Suppression Field doesn't do anything, does it? It's just straight up a dead card? Wait, bolt what? I'm so confused. I mean, Thassa's Oracle is equal to or less than. So if you have 0 cards in your library, it is not... You gotta counter it. You can't interact with it and kill it to fizzle it. Well, that's not many lands. Tap land, 2 Trinispheres. Well, okay. I guess we try this. Not insane by any stretch. Boot it. Yeah, that game, our opponent had a lot of mana. Yeah, it seems fine, but not exciting. We don't do anything until turn 3, and we don't have a Mana Tithe. So if they can play a Ram spell on turn 2, that's going to put our land destruction pretty behind the curve. About it. Some visions. Chris! 32167. Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 42nd month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, this is an inverter deck. Kind of another rest in peace, boo. Kind of like a CDH deck in Modern. Rest in peace, go. Rest in peace is slow down inverter. The inverter combo. Opponent did have to get a little lucky because they just blindly fired off. They just blindly fired off the Spoils of the Vault and did not die. Oh yeah, Oust is a sorcery, and also thankfully in our sideboard because it doesn't do anything. Would be a good instant. Opponent. I mean, Oust is a pretty bad removal spell, but we really don't want to path and give our opponent lands. That's pretty bad for us. Well, blow up a land. Pass the turn. Not a lot of resources, though. Ugh. This deck, it seems like a fun troll deck, but I can definitely imagine it going 5 wins in a row. But it does seem a little bit more like a troll deck than a deck that is actually competitive. I mean, I want our opponent to take as much damage as possible. I think. We don't have enough land destruction to realistically cut them off of colors. I don't think at this point. If we had a bunch of land destruction, it'd be different, but I'm interested in returning Magic with Arena in the Historic formats. Are there any enchantment-based decks in Historic I should keep an eye out for? Ooh, well, Crancy, there are... I mean, you can play, like, straight-up Enchantress if you want to, with creatures that, like, draw you a card when you play an enchantment. There's also a pretty popular Auras deck, which is kind of more based around putting auras on your creatures to make them big. But there's definitely a few options if you want to play something with a lot of enchantments in the format. Opponent, yeah, more ramp. Well, crack. More lands. Not doing a very good job of finding land destruction this game. I'm surprised that Mana Tithing does not have someone puking on it. Apparently Tithe effects have vomiting in the art for some reason these days. Opponent wins the game. Inverter of Truth. Okay. So wait, they die on their upkeep. It must be Thassa's Oracle under Shelldock Isle? Well. Valakut Awakening. Sorry, Mana Tithing. Storm Breath, not helpful. Opponent. Well, yeah, fair enough. Oh! And Miner! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, at least land destruction apparently would not have stopped the kill anyway, if they have it in hand. Wow. Hilariously, it was Jace, and Mana Tithe actually would have been good. Yeah, I mean, should have believed in the Mana Tithe. I mean, I think it was the correct play to put it to the bottom. But another example where if you believed in the Mana Tithe, it would have worked out. Yeah, that's a problem. You gotta believe in the Mana Tithe. Your lack of belief keeps losing games. Well, if we're being completely honest, I guess it was my lack of faith, but I still attribute the first one to all of you, chat. I mean, from a spike perspective, I think that's the correct thing to do. Because I think there's a higher chance that they had, well, Thassa's Oracle for one, but also that they had the win condition under their land, where a land destruction spell could have dealt with it. So I feel like trying to spin into land destruction was probably the right play, but it is another case. Man, maybe we just gotta believe. No matter what the odds, no matter what the statistics say, you just gotta trust in the Tithe, and it's gonna work. For better or worse, it's gonna work somehow. Yeah, you can't counter split second cards. Oh no, Kahira. Well, hello, Control. Hello, dead cards for days. Lango. Build it. Even, yeah, they probably won't pay. Oh, is this actually, never mind, it's elementals. Okay. So opponent's actually playing fair Kahira. I was not expecting that. Huh. Just kidding. Hand actually pretty good. We do need to keep Risen Reef off the battlefield because it ramps so much, but Magus actually might be good this matchup. It might be Magus time. Opponent. Unclaimed territory number 2 on elemental and passes. Well, Inspiring Vantage and land number 1 blown up. Pass the turn. Opponent. It's Magus' time to shine. Magus has been waiting a long time to actually have a chance. Thunderkin Awakener. That is a good elemental. Opponent hits us. Now, Sunbait Canyon. And blow up a land. And oust. Pass the turn. Mike the Dyke, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Huh. Does Suppression Field do anything? What is... I don't know what the most current mana base of this deck is. Are they playing fetch lands? 5-color Elementals Modern. They are not playing fetch lands. So yeah, it just does actually nothing. Woodland Wanderer? Wow. Okay, I have not seen that tag. It's the Burb. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, in that case, I think we crack Sunbait Canyon. Draw a card. Look for land destruction. Or more Maguses. Then we play Ghostly Prison. Go. Opponent. This is going to be interesting. Thunderkin Awakener. Opponent passes. Well, that's land destruction, so we will keep blowing up lands. Pass the turn. Yeah, I remember that card from Standard when there was like a 5-color deck that played it. Was there a raid? Ooh, did I miss a raid? Oh no. I don't think there was a raid. If I did, I apologize and let me know. So opponent, see, we kind of have them locked now. This is why Ghostly Prison can actually be really effective in our deck is if you can't pay, you can't pay. And now we will strengthen the lock, I think. Get down a Magus. And that might mostly do it. So now you got to pay 1 for your creatures. All right. What do you say about it? Thunderkid. Gonna pay? Gonna pay the 1? Gonna pay the 1? It's basically like everything's a Ristic Study. And our opponent, not a fan of Ristic Study, out of here. That went pretty well. That went very well. Very, very well. Well, Lightning Bolt's in. Wrath of God in. Ooh, do we want a Graveyard Hate? We want a Gemstone Caverns. Do we want a Graveyard Hate? That was real good. Opponent's playing 5-color Elementals. 5-color Elementals is sweet. I think we gotta revisit. Okay, chat, raise hand. How many of you were watching stream/video content 6 months ago? Let's say when M21 came out. How many of you were actually watching at that point? I'm curious. Hey, what's up, Rizuki? Okay, so a lot of people were watching at that point. Some of them I know because I know the names. Hey, well, welcome, Auntie. Good to have you. All right, what about when Throne of Eldraine came out? So we're going back almost 2 years, a year and a half ago. Were you watching Goldfish content either on stream or yo again? All right, okay, I'm going to do this the easier way. This is a horrible system. I don't know why I went with the hand raise thing, but we got a donation first. New donation from Dries. Remember, Seth, if your opponents are having any fun, you are not having enough fun. Love the content. Also, Mana Tithing is pretty poggers. It is poggers. Definitely. Dries, thank you so much for the donation. Definitely appreciate it. Let's do this a much easier way. When did you start watching Goldfish content? Either on stream or on the YouTube. That probably makes more sense than going back step by step through the last 5 years or whatever. Kaladesh, Eldraine, 2013. Wow, you're from the very beginning of Goldfish. Our Devastation, Amonkhet, when Arena launched. Okay, so a lot of people have been around for a while. There's some newer ones. I mean, because basically what made me think of this is we played the 5-color Elemental deck in the past. Around when Modern Horizons... Oh, we got a sideboard, don't we? Around when Modern Horizons initially released. And I was wondering, like, maybe we should be playing it again. Maybe it's one of those situations where it's been long enough that we should be back at it. And a lot of people haven't seen it. I always wonder about that. It's one of those things where it's like, have people already seen this deck enough times and they're just like, I don't care anymore? Or is it one of those things where it's like, wow, that deck's really cool. I've never seen it, so I want to see it. I'd like to see it. Because 5-color Elementals is a sweet deck. What was the start of watching? When was the first goldfish content? First goldfish content. So there's one random Richard episode. As far as video content, Goldfish itself, I believe, started around 2013, like being public. I started doing stuff the end of like 2014, and then about it. That's awkward. That's gonna slow down our land destruction. Oh. You or a permanent you control. This boom bust would have been good. Well, I mean, I guess the good news is we can try to stack up ghostly prisons, and maybe that'll save us. So, and then video content started like 2015, and the stream, I haven't seen Jay Zoller in a minute. It's got to be 50-some months, mid-50s. Oh, dear. Double Unsettled Mariner. And Thunderkin Awakener. Well, we're going to have to try to hide behind these ghostly prisons and see if that'll be enough, because we're not going to blow up lands for a very long time. Well, ghostly prison 1. Go. Put it. Oh, Dash Hopes. The problem with Dash Hopes is you can't get anyone with... I mean, I guess to get someone with Dash Hopes, not only do you need to resolve it, but you need to have your opponent at 5 or less life, or else your opponent just pays for it. I think Magic players have wised up to the fact, for the most part, that your life total is a resource. So if you cast a Dash Hopes at someone that's at 15 or 20 life, there is no doubt they'll just pay 5. So that's kind of the issue. Is it's really hard to get people with. Mana Tithe is fun because if you can get them in the right scenario, it is a hard counter, and they really can't do much about it. That's part of what makes me like Mana Tithe so much. Dash Hopes is just a lot harder to make work. It would be funny though. I'll play Valakut Awakening. And I guess for now we just play another Ghostly Prison. Probably going to have to kill one of these Unsettled Mariners, because the Unsettled Mariner is stopping our land destruction. And blowing up lands would be really good, because if we can blow up lands, then they can't pay for the Ghostly Prisons, and then we can't die, and then we're happy. So I think that's the next step. We have another new donation from Lucid, $3 donation. Hey, Seth, with all the... Another one? With all the nostalgia flying around, any plans for any anniversary-style content? Ooh, so not currently. I'll have to figure it out when the anniversary actually is. I'd have to ask Richard and figure out when the anniversary is, but it would be. Well, Ghostly Prison is not a ability on an elemental, so not super threatening at the moment. That's a lot of Unsettled Mariner. Yeah, we're going to start pinging them off one by one, or attempting to. About it. Land. 1 card in hand. About it. I guess we could also get... Yeah. Pay the 1. Pay the 1. Pay the 1. Alright. We killed an Unsettled Mariner. It happened. Sunbait Canyon. 1, 1, 2. Ooh, do we kill it or do we kill another one? I'll have to figure out when the actual like site anniversary is, and we'll have to do some content for it. I've done a little bit with like against the odds anniversary and stuff, but yeah, I didn't know he was gonna do that either. That cracked me up. Yeah, I guess we just pull up a land. So we go 1, 2. Boom. Cascading Cataracts, and Primal Beyond. Pay the 1. Boy, his Mariners are obnoxious. Good God. Pay the 1. Blow up a lad. Pass the turn. Opponent taps. These Sunbait Canyons are kind of killing us. What would you think? The Jund Against Me odds. We got to do another pizza stream at some point for charity. That is on my to-do list. I don't know when it'll be, but that's definitely something we'll do at some point. The Jund Against odds got me thinking if it would be funny to try to do that again. Like, I wonder if Against Odds Trod would be funny. Hey Seth, I have recently heard some criticism of MTG Goldfish as being the boomer analysis of cards. Personally, I feel this is a ridiculous notion. How is the crew attempting to keep up on any changes that are happening in the formats or even updates to the site layout? Ooh, well, I have not heard that criticism, so I don't know. But as far as site stuff, that would have to be something Richard would have to answer because I know very little about that end. So as far as like site design and stuff like that, as far as metagames and stuff like that, it's just a matter of, I mean, playing a lot of Magic. I guess, I don't know. I think you have some people where I could see like, I'm trying to think of a good example of this. I don't know. But like people that were like high level pro players and then they kind of retire and occasionally like do articles and stuff. And I think like the easiest way to stay up on the metagame and stay up on Magic is just to play a lot of Magic. So that's kind of my thought is I'm just playing Magic all day and talking about Magic all day and so forth. So that's how I stay up on stuff. But what are we doing here? Well, one. What are we most worried about? Omnath, I guess, is pretty bad, and they will draw it eventually. 1, 2, 3. Actually, can we Unsettled Mariner? All right, let's do this. Let's kill the Unsettled Mariner. This tax is just problematic. Pay the 1. Pay the 1. Kill the Unsettled Mariner. I would like to pull up a land. We'd be going to 7. And then Omnath. You know what? We're doing it. Untap land. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. There's still a Mariner. Ugh. That's fine. We want to crack the Sunbay Canyon. That's what I meant. We're going to crack the Sunbay Canyon. Ovuli, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Hey, welcome, Play Madness. See, maybe it is Boomer Magic. Boomer Magic pun. Oh, opponent, got that. No attacks. Plays. Oh, gets Kahira. We are killing ourselves. Alright, we're not actually going to crack the land either. We're going to wait. We're going to wait and see what we draw. Flagstones. So play Flagstones. 1, 2, 3. Pillage the card draw land. Pay the 1. Oh! Come on, we need a sweeper. We need Magus of the Tabernacle. That would do it. Patricia Cena, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About it. Puts the land into play. I watch your content for years, never seen your stream, just wanted to stop by and say thank you for the content. Well, Stony, I appreciate the kind words. I hope you enjoy the content. Favorite new Elder Dragon? Kind of depends on the format. I think for Standard, the Is It one is going to be the one that is most playable. I think for the one that's just going to be most fun to play with anywhere, the Boros one's pretty spicy, and so that's on the list. The Golgari one is powerful, but I think the one I'm just most excited to play with is a Orzhov one actually in Commander. I think it is absolutely stone horrible, unplayable. Don't do it in Standard. Ooh, but I think it's actually really good in older formats. All right, so 1, 2, boom. Blow up flagstones. Blow up a land. Wiley! What one are you most excited about, chat? Oh, I keep typing Casey Kasem. Someone typed Seth as the Casey Kasem of Magic, and I didn't know who it was. So I Googled it, and apparently it's the voice of Scooby-Doo, which I don't know what that means exactly, but that I thought it was my copy and paste for Scoop's Cheer, but I was still pasting the name. Ruh-roh indeed. Alright, we don't have to destroy another land here. Pass the dirt. We're trying to make sure we keep our life total high enough that we don't die to Omnath entering the battlefield, which is a big concern until we find... Very obnoxious guy but had a voice. So is that was that supposed to be a compliment, or is that like a boomer thing? I don't understand. I'm not exactly sure the reference. Flagrant Heart. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this deck's gotta play Omnath, right? It's gotta be. How do we survive Omnath? Or maybe they don't have Omnath. If they don't have Omnath, then Risen Reef. Alright, so opponent's going to go on the card draw plan. Try to hit some lands. Opponent passes. Oh, I'm not tilted about the boomer thing. I didn't know the reference. I guess maybe it's because I'm too boomery. Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's what we needed. Good game, Elementals, Magus, and your go, friend. That's a lot of ones to pay. That's a lot of ones that must be paid. Opponent doesn't even bother to put Risen Reef into play. Okay, Tabernacle and Modern coming through. About it. No, this doesn't. Is that they actually? Do they actually? Can they actually pay with this? I guess it does have the ability. Activate abilities. I mean, this is a trigger, though. I'm assuming it doesn't work. I've never. Can it pay for it? So far, it hasn't paid for it. Oh, opponent. Oh, yeah, that's right. They put the Harbinger on top. Good call. And Oh, what do you think about 7-card sideboards and best of one? I know I mentioned it earlier, but we got distracted. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Or doesn't it make a difference if you play best of one? Opponent. All creatures have. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature unless you pay the 1. Oh, they can't even use this, can they? Wow. That is brutal. Does our opponent not know what they're doing? I feel like they tapped a bunch of mana for no reason. Wow, that Magus was good. And it's about to get better. Don't think it matters. It makes Karn worse, for sure. Yeah, we might start pillaging vials. We can bolt the Risen Reef, which seems like the one way our opponent maybe could get back into this is going off with the Risen Reef, but about it. Well, we will pay the 1. Mana Tithe. Well, 1, 2, 3. Molten Rain the Cavern. Go to combat, attack you. An opponent scoops it up, and we got there. That was actually really good. How did they not know the classic Smoke Breaker Magus of the Tabernacle interaction? I know, seriously. Come on, opponent. Are you not up on your tier 5 modern interactions? Oh no, we're 1 in 3. We've played some close games. Although I will say, many of our losses came from not trusting the Mana Tithe. Where if we had had more faith, irrational faith, but if we had had more irrational faith in Mana Tithe, we probably would have actually won. All right, before our next game, a quick reminder that our sponsor this evening is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Someone said that they think... apparently not. This is not a rational deck. This is a blind faith deck. Yeah. So, what do you think about the idea that someone suggested of not having wish cards count in your sideboard? Like, essentially, you would have a wish board and a sideboard. Bad idea? My initial reaction was it would probably overpower wish cards because while it's not a huge cost, there is a cost, especially in older formats, to taking up a sideboard slot. And if you had like 5 free sideboard slots or something to play cards you could wish for, I feel like that would make Burning Wish and cards like that way too strong. Because then you could play all your... You know what? I think we keep this. We like having these 2 Sunbaked Canyons, so we viciously eat away our own life total. But we got Land Destruction and we got Maguses, so maybe that'll work. What about Wishes in Commander? Oh, it's going to be interesting. Okay. Well, bad news is our Land Destruction's bad. I guess double bad news is Elves makes a lot of mana, so maybe Magus is bad. Okay, maybe it's just all bad news. Come to think of it, it might just all be bad news here. Well, Sunbaked Canyon go. Land. Opponent. Hits us. Come on, Mana Tithe. Come on, Mana Tithe. Get us something good. Alright. Land of Elves makes mana. Passes. Well, play the tap land, pass the turn. About it. Getting so much mana that Mana Tithe not looking great. Oh. This seems like a really, really tricky matchup for what we're trying to do. Yeah, they're just like jumping right off the bat on turn 2, playing around the Mana Tithe. You leave Palace untapped. Oh dear. Untaps. Draws 5. All 5. Well, okay. Got him. Mana Tithe. Can't stop that value opponent. Yeah, I don't know if there's any way we can beat elves. I mean, I guess the way we can beat elves is just like drawing our sweeper in a maybe after sideboarding, but I think in general the mana dorks are good against land destruction. Mana dorks also good against Magus. Land destruction doesn't really do anything when all your creatures tap for mana, so it's gonna take a literal miracle. Hey, what's up, Elf? How are you? We create house rules for wishes in Commander. You have to do 30 push-ups in order to retrieve your wish, and the time limit to find the card is under 3 minutes. I guess, I don't know about the push-ups, but that kind of makes sense. I like the time limit idea for sure. And I mean, I think any house rules are fun. Like, that's what Commander is about and should be about. So, if y'all enjoy it, then whatever house rule works for you. We're doing an upcoming Commander Clash podcast about the Commander ban list. Wow, were they scared of Darksteel Colossus back in the day? If you ever go back and read, you can actually find a lot of the justifications for banning cards at the time. So many of them reference Darksteel Colossus. It's like, Tolarian Academy. Tolarian Academy. Someone could take and play a bunch of cheap artifacts and then cast a Darksteel Colossus. Or like Tinker. Tinker allows decks to quickly grab threats from their deck, like Darksteel Colossus. Which at the time it probably made a lot of sense. Like at the time, Darksteel Colossus, it was big and it was indestructible. But looking back on it like 10 or 15 years later, it's just kind of laughable how much more powerful things are now. It had to be before Blightsteel. So I'm not making fun of like the RC for the justifications. In the context of like 2008 or whatever, they probably actually made a ton of sense. It's just so funny to see. There's no way we win this. It's just so funny to see. I kind of want to stay alive just to play this Magus of the Tabernacle and make our opponent pay, but I don't think it matters. Oh, they're still going. Jeez. Well, we did get to monetize something. So I don't think it was like bad justifications. It's more like how different Magic was back then. Because now Darksteel, like, no one even plays it. I haven't thought about Darksteel Colossus in a long time. Like, even Blightsteel doesn't see that much play. Do you think Urza will get added to Historic? Oh, I kind of hope not. I think Urza in Historic would be absolutely busted. Kind of like Doomblade. Doomblade being reprinted in as a mystical archive. It just doesn't matter anymore. It's just worse than the other options. Well, maybe we can time our opponent out as they have to pay their their Megas taxes. Yeah, Urza used to be the best deck in Modern. And then Mox Opal got banned, which rightly, but it's still a really powerful card. Darksteel Colossus is a 35% win rate card in Penny Dreadful, a format where cards more than 2 sets are illegal. That is absolutely embarrassing. So even in the budgetiest of budget formats, it's just not good enough anymore. When I was on break at work, I was thinking about the question about when we started getting to Goldfish. I believe I only like watching Seth's because I only watching because Seth's voice sounds like it's from 80s cartoons. Before Seth started with the cam, he felt more like a jovial cartoon character. Wait, am I not anymore? Am I no longer a jovial cartoon character? I'm gonna have to up my game. I actually take that as a as a compliment. I think that the face cam has to be a good addition, though. I don't know. Voice sounds like 80s cartoon. Okay, well, we'll take it. I'll take it. is is Jovial Boomer is Penny Dreadful fun? How many of you actually pay? All right, I guess we're dead. I wasn't really paying attention. I assumed we were. I don't think there's any way beat this deck. Well, all right. Wrath of God in, Ghostly Prison in, Lightning Bolts in, Trinispheres in, and I guess that's what we got. We're probably going to cut some land destruction because I don't feel like blowing up lands is really all that helpful against elves. We're not going to cut all of it. We can't even cut all of it, but Suppression Field doesn't seem like it. Suppression Field, it doesn't even stop Heritage Druid, right? Like, Heritage Druid, it's still a mana ability. Everything's a mana ability. Is there anything you can think of that makes mana that is not a mana ability? I guess, like, Planeswalker pluses? Like, the 5 mana Teamer Sarkin makes a mana when it pluses, but Arbor Elf, okay. Yeah, untapping effects are not mana abilities. Swig for 0! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for the mulligan. Big Soup Cheer for, oh no. Big Soup Cheer for our new subscriber. Grinning Ingus that is a good one. That does make mana. Priest of Forgotten Way. Wait, Forgotten Gods? Priest of Forgotten Way literally makes mana, doesn't it? Isn't that the green mythic 3-drop? We have so many magic cards now that you can just, like, kind of say Priest of the and say a random word, and there's a decent chance you're gonna hit. Or you'll hit on a card from, like, 20 years ago that no one else remembers. I'm kind of amazed that Wizards still manages to... I don't even know what we're keeping. I guess spinning into a Wrath that's probably our most realistic game plan. Not a good game plan, but that is probably the thing that gives us the closest to a chance of winning. Yeah, something like that. Close enough. You know what I'm trying to say. Mana Tithe. Number 5. Elves, you might be crushing us, but you are going to pay the tithe. About it. Passes. Magus. Well, Flagstones. Go. So, Vala Explore Return is a mana ability, but can get a little funky, might make judges hate you. Elvish Mystic. Sure. Opponent passes. Well, Sunbaked Canyon, and... I guess we just play Magus and see what happens. I feel like the Hiri Emerald's cheating. Cheating. Too easy. I mean, not in a bad way, but... Ugh. It's just so easy for our opponent to pay for Magus. So easy. Oh, this is brutal. Wow, this feels like a 10% matchup. Maybe worse than that. This might be a 5% matchup. There is no way. No, I think the Hiri Emerald offers a nice, fast way to close out the game, for sure, and is pretty strong. About it. When you play in leagues with this list, you scooped elves. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. You can't be good in every matchup, or at least, I mean, Jund or whatever. I guess if you're playing some random mid-range pile, you might be okay in every matchup, or a control deck, but you really can't be good in every matchup, and elves just appears to be our bad matchup, one of them. Yeah, we are in a league. They just have too much mana. Too much mana. Do not care about any of our cards, really. Sure. I mean, maybe we just... We'll stick it out a couple turns. And then maybe try the wait. Yeah, sure. Spin it to win it. Hey, what's up, Atari? How are you? Yeah, elves are Good at avoiding taxes for sure. The problem is this Elvish Archdruid just pays the tax for everything. It's like a hilariously bad matchup. Hey, see you, Gilgum. It's almost just funny how bad it is. Because this taps for 4, so it just pays for everything. Well, yeah. Boom. Well, let's spin these cards away. See if we hit our one Wrath of God. And if not, we might just call it a... Yeah, it doesn't matter either, really, against Archdruid. Yeah, there's just... We can't beat this deck. We can't beat the deck. Well, okay. What do we learn? We got to trust the Mana Tithe. That's what we learned. The Mana Tithe must be trusted. We did not trust the Mana Tithe well enough. We're going to trust it this time. And it's going to pay off. So if there's ever a question as to whether we should leave up Mana Tithe or do something else, we got to leave up the Mana Tithe. I probably shouldn't re-queue right away, or we're going to play Elves again, aren't we? With Ghostly Prison, we had a chance. No, I don't think we actually had a chance. The problem is they just make too much mana. I think it was too early. They only had 2 free mana. Sort of. I don't know if there's any way we beat them. No matter how much we want to, I just don't know if there's any realistic way that we can do it. About it. Forest. No. Do we queue back into Elves? Oh, is this the same person? Are we punished by everyone playing Cube? Oh, no. Oh, we should have loaded the Waste Not deck. Oh, no. About it. Well, if we draw land, they're not doing a ton. That's a land. Well, pillage you. Man, if we win this, it'll be a miracle. Blow it up. Scoop about it. You need that forest. Scoop it up. About it. Oh, there's a Mengu. A Mengu cube at the moment. Wow, 2 of these kind of fizzles land destruction spell. I'll play a land, pillage. Opponent can sack it to draw a card, but what about Golos in this deck? I kind of want to try Golos. Opponent sacks it, draw a card. Because we already have Cataract, and then Golos is just a way to spin into multiple land destruction spells. How bad could it be? Well, like maybe is that just better than like Dark Dwellers? I don't know if it'd be good, but land blown up, Mana Tithe at the ready. Oh, if we draw one more land, we get to Dark Dweller. No, counter it. Mana Tithe, first one of the league. Opponent passes. Come on, land. Well, I think we're going to play Magus. Go. Well, this time it's sort of kind of working. About it. I guess it's second one of the league, technically. Oh, Squishy Law. Of course we're live. Realm Walker for our opponent. And well, Mega Speeds. Pay the 1. Ooh, I do like that. Boom. Blow up Gilly. I can't believe our opponent somehow managed to keep a hand that isn't doing anything. Alves has so many cheap things. I'm like kind of amazed at how bad this is going. We'll probably do Cube next stream. I don't think we're going to do Cube tonight. We'll probably just keep trying to blow up lands for the rest of the stream. But we might do Cube on Tuesday because we won't have new formats available yet. So, a little late Ducky Sausage, but close enough. Opponent, Elvish Mystic. Ooh, come on. One more land destruction spell. I got to pay the 1. Pillage. Go attacking. Hit ya. I mean, I still think there's like 0 chance that we win this matchup, but, we've blown up a lot of lands. We've Mana Tithed a lot of spells. This is one of those decks that I can enjoy even as we lose. I mean, I guess I'm pretty good at doing that with most decks, but to me, if I get to blow up all your decks and make you miserable for like 20 minutes, that counts as a win. That's a win. Even if you kill me in the end. Well, we will pay the 1. Oust the elf. That makes sure our opponent isn't drawing a land. Get in, hit ya. Yeah, I mean, we had all 4 pillages, but we do have 16 land destruction spells. We have all the pillages, all the molten rains, all the stone rains, and all the boombas. Acidic toilet paper. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Well, all right. Now there's a stone rain for next time. Get ya. And I think we're going to do this. It's not going to be smooth. It's not going to be quick, but I think we're actually going to do this. Wow, I didn't think we could beat this deck at all. Can we get our revenge? If we actually get our revenge on elves, it would be spectacular. Sack, can you hit our land drops? That sounds like something Tomer would do. Like cycling a land to try to find a land. Tomer. Well, we will pay the 1. Well, Bolt speeds up our clock a bit. Get in with the Magus. I mean, we're heading towards a flawless victory here. Hilariously. I think our opponent's just locked. Knowing our hand, I don't know how our opponent gets out of it. Yeah, we won't bolt until it's lethal. Alright, opponent finds a peat land. Plays a Llanowar. I don't even think we have to bold it yet because of Magus. So pay the 1. Molten Rain. Hit ya. Because our opponent's just got to tap this to pay for itself, or they sack it. About it. Down to 5. Taps the elf. I mean, they got our own real hot because, yeah, they're dead to the lightning bolt next turn. Wow, I cannot believe that worked. Literally cannot believe it, but it happened. Somehow, some way. Well, Gemstone Caverns, Tritosphere, Ghostly Prison, Wrath of God, Lightning Bolts. I wonder if we should bring in Storm Breath. Like, is Storm Breath in trying to go aggro? Is that an actual plan that could work? It seems somewhat possible. Yeah, Suppression Field does nothing in this matchup. Oust is kind of middling. It does technically sort of temporarily deal with something. Yeah, it's probably gonna be too slow. Talked it all about the early spoilers for Modern Horizons. I still haven't seen early spoilers for Modern Horizons. Like, does anyone have a link? I've had this 2 or 3 people have said, "Oh, did you see the leaks? Did you see the leaks?" And I still have not seen the leaks that anyone are talking about. If you got a link, I would love to. I would love to discuss them. Trinosphere feels too slow. Yeah, I guess we're not living in Simian Spirit Guide land. Still, it does. It might be worth it. Ghostly Prison isn't super effective because they just make so much mana. That is always the issue. Maybe something like this. I kind of want to try the Trinispheres. Well, all right. We can deal with an elf or two. Peatland, opponent, Elvish Mystic, and Flagstones. I might. Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I've heard some rumors slash leaks, but how realistic they are, who knows? There's actually some old ones that just haven't really caught too much attention yet, I guess, from like back in November. But you just never know when someone goes into like a random Discord or something and is like, hey, this is what's happening. How do you know? You really don't. Ooh. Well, you know what? We'll just wait. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if this Trinisphere combined with land destruction can possibly be enough. Opponent goes to combat. Hits us. We will take it. Land. Elvish Mystic untaps. Well, bolt the Mystic. Untap. Land untapped. So many 3-mana options. We'll look at them in a minute. What do we take? Yeah, the Jin Gataxias obviously ended up being super fake. Yeah, I guess we got a Trinisphere to keep our opponent from going on some super explosive turn here. And then, if we can get our opponent down below 3 mana, that keeps our opponent from casting anything. We might actually have the slimmest of chances. All right, so what are these rumors? So, if you don't want to hear about I don't even know if you can call these leaks. They're so unsubstantiated and just a random wall of text that someone posted. So I don't even know if I call these leaks. They're rumors. They're just straight up rumors, I think is the thing to call them. But we'll talk about them. We have a new donation from Bizuna, $3 donation. Do you have any opinion about pre-ordering Strixhaven? For someone who only plays Arena on Standard, it just doesn't really seem worth it. So this is thank you for the donation, by the way. Definitely appreciate it. So I assume this is about Standard in specific, or about Arena in specific. Does our opponent have a land? They don't. Okay. Well, in that case, Mullen Rain the Mutavault. Flagstones. Keep the untap. Oh, well, we got a shot. We actually have a shot here somehow. Sacred Foundry. Pass the turn. Does our opponent draw land? Oh, if we can hit a Wrath or a Magus or something. I guess we can get down this Ghostly Prison And that slows our opponent down too. Opponent hits us down to 10. Passes. Okay, blowing up a land. Blowing up a land. Oh, they get to draw, though. Still probably worth it. Yeah, all right. Molten Rain. Go ahead and sack it. So, for Arena, there's not a huge benefit to pre-ordering. Like, you get a small benefit of... Well, I guess I should look at the newest pre-orders. But traditionally, you get a pretty small benefit from pre-ordering. So, I'm not sure it's really super necessary. Oh, come on, deck. Give us a land. Untapped variety. Bolt. Well, in that case, we will play a Ghostly Prison. Oh, we're so close to locking this up. This is the unwinnable matchup. The unwinnable matchup. Flux, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About it. Doesn't even bother to attack. Passes. Well, that's Stone Rain. Blow up your Pete Lad. 0. That's a big 0. I didn't think it was possible for us to win this match. Oh, they can't attack. That's right. We got the Ghostly Prison now. I didn't think it was possible for us to win this matchup. I thought it was literally, truly, fully impossible. Oh, rub it in. Magus. You're going to have to pay the price. You're going to have to pay the price, opponent. We locked him. We locked the Elves deck, opponent. Pays the 1 down to 14. Gonna keep the Realm Walker, I assume. It gives up, and we beat the unwinnable matchup. Trinisphere, we had some questions about whether it was worth it, and Trinisphere was key. Trinisphere was able to take it down, so you just gotta believe in the Mana Tithe. We believed in the Mana Tithe, and we were rewarded by the Mana Tithe. All right, that was real good. Well, let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that in Feed the Kids in this league number 2. All right, so what are these rumors? MH2 rumors. Rumors. MH2 Modern Horizons 2 will have Counterspell, Shardless Agent, Sanctum Prelate as a buy a box promo in Solitary Confinement. So, chat, what do you think about those? If you're not familiar with these cards, Counterspell, 2-mana Counterspell, Shardless Agent, Legacy, sometimes staple, just 3-mana 2-2 that cascades. That seems believable to me. Sanctum Prelate, I guess Humans is kind of down in the meta right now. This would be a big boost to decks like Humans, and a pretty effective hate card for non-creature decks. Storm-style combo decks, freeze spell decks. The one that I actually am most confused by or questioning is Solitary Confinement. Solitary Confinement. 3 mana, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Solitary Confinement unless you discard a card from your hand. Skip your draw step. You can't be the target of spells or abilities. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. So, essentially, this is a hard lock of dying to damage or from being targeted by anything, which makes it hard to die with, like, Mill or anything, as long as you have a way to keep drawing extra cards, or else you'll run out of cards. So traditionally, this sees playing Enchantress decks, is I think the most common home I've seen in Legacy, where Enchantress decks, you play Enchantress, draw a ton of cards, and this just locks combo out of the game, essentially. I wonder if that one would actually show up. That's the one out of that list that surprises me the most. Counterspell actually makes a lot of sense to me. Like, I think Counterspell should easily be in the format. I would be... it's just Modern Horizon rumors. Not leaks because they are super unconfirmed, no images. It was just someone saying, hey, this is a rumor. Counterspell, Shardless Agent, Sanctum Prelate, Solitary Confinement. That seems realistic to me. Counterspell, sure. Counterspell, I would say, should have been in last time. Shardless Agent, sure. Really hope if they're putting in Shardless Agent, they put in Baleful Strikes. Baleful Strikes is a card that I wanted in Modern for a long time. Opponent's going to crack the land, get a Triome. Alright, hopefully our opponent's on a lot of fetches. About it. Wow, okay. Force Negation, pitching the Shark Typhoon. Well, we will see how many counters our opponent has. Island passes. Now play a land. Pillage. Got another one? About it. Yeah, I mean, that is... Ooh, no more counters. Opponent might regret not holding onto that Force Negation. We'll see. Flagstones. Probably don't want to blow that one up. Well, play Flagstones. On the other hand, we are okay with booming this island. Sure. So opponent top deck a Mana Lake. Well, unfortunately for you, opponent, we have another boom. Flagstones grabs us a land. So this is a scenario, like what we're looking at right now, is a pretty good example of how playing Nihiris and Emeralds could be really helpful to this deck. Because if our deck has a issue, I would say that it's that we're not good at closing out the game quickly. Like, that's kind of the drawback. And if we had Nahiri Emrakul, we would be able to close out the game way faster. But, like, in this scenario, we blew up some lands, got our opponent low on resources, but we don't have a way to close out the game. So our opponent has a lot of time to reassemble their resources. So I think going with the Nahiri finisher plan could be worth considering. Yeah, you play one Emrakul, some Nihiris. Nahiri also lets us loot. It would be a little less spicy, perhaps, I guess, because that's pretty well known. But I feel like that might be powerful. Well, 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Some Mana Leak is possible. Well, no, it's not possible, is it? They'd have to pay 2 to crack it? Alright, we'll just kill that. Kind of want to hold on to lands in case we can Valakut Awakening. Maybe we can turn them into real cards. About it. Manages to crack a fetch expensively. I really like these promo lands. Those lands look actually really sharp. Or no, the idea with the Nahiri Emrakul plan is you don't plan on casting the Emrakul. You just plan on ultimating Nahiri. Nahiri's ultimate, which takes 2 pluses, is you get to tutor out a creature, put it into play with haste for a turn, and then it bounces back to your hand. So, all right. The fizzle is on. Opponent gets a land and a land. Have you started brewing a new Spell Harmonica on Commander yet? No, I'm looking forward to spoiler season wrapping up, so then hopefully I will actually be able to... Hopefully I will actually be able to build some decks. Spoiler season, oh boy. I feel like I haven't even really got to read through as thoroughly as I'd like all the cards yet. Like... That is where I'm at the moment. So yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to do any serious brewing yet. Should update the record overlay. Oh yeah, I guess we're 1-0, aren't we? Opponent has a Snapcaster Mage. And a Bolt. I mean, I guess that'll get there eventually. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks. Yeah, tomorrow is the end of Commander 2020. And then the early access. The early access stream should be next Wednesday, so we'll have new decks to mess around with for that. Hey Seth, considering Wizards' Universes Beyond campaign, what do you think? Why do you think they realized an IP knockoff of Harry Potter rather than getting the actual IP rights? Wait. Hey Seth, considering Wizards' Universes Beyond campaign, why do you think they realized a IP knockoff of Harry Potter rather than their actual IP rights? Well, I mean, I would say I think the biggest reason is Universes Beyond is not standard products. So I feel like it's just different things. Opponent cycles, we get a land. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like, Universes Beyond is not a standard focus product. Boy. Opponent's not drawing too many lands. We are drawing all of them. And then I think that some of the controversy around the author, I don't think that kept them from having Strixhaven be a Universes Beyond set if that's what they wanted to do. On the other hand, that might mean there's not a Harry Potter like secret lair drop or something, or like the Godzilla version of Harry Potter cards or something like that. But I don't think that there was ever consideration of having it be a full on like Harry Potter themed set. Because I think from what we know of Universes Beyond, and we don't really know that much, but we know according to Wizards, they're not standard sets. And some of them might just be like commander decks or other, not even like full sets essentially. So, well, pull up Castle Vantress. I really don't want to oust the Snapcaster, but I feel like we don't have a choice. Oust it and then see if we can draw enough land destruction. Maybe we can keep it from coming back and bolting us to death. Opponent. Did you hear there will be a Netflix Castlevania Lair with the Innistrad reboot? Ooh. I did not hear that. No. Really? More oust? That's not good. Oh. Oust! Not great against Snapcaster Mage. Opponent. Shark Typhoon. Alright, so now we're literally dead. Shark Typhoon, Snapcaster Bolt, lethal. Well, we beat Elves. Did not win that one. Boils in. Storm Breath, I guess, in. Oust. Thank the magic gods out. Ghostly Prison out. I guess Suppression Field and Rest in Peace, maybe? Actually, the Lightning Bolts are probably fine. Maybe something like that. Magus also seems really bad. Alright, one Rest in Peace. Run it like that. Yeah, Goldsmith could be worth considering. Field locks up the low-cost Shark. Yeah, Suppression Field does help against it. Wait, why was it a 0/0 Shark? Our opponent had 4 mana, right? Well, we got the Suppression Field. We'll try it. We're going to need another land. Well, Inspiring Vantage. Go. Beardo! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, okay. So Suppression Field. I think you are correct. Although at the same time, I don't think there's any way we actually win. Like we were grasping at the straws to try to just like barely stay alive. So we're pretty much at the 0% point. But you are right that we were not dead to the shark. About it. Passes. Well, let's see if they got counters. Pillage. You know what would make 3-mana land destruction a lot better? If it was instant speed. So you could play around counter spells. Maybe we need powered up Stone Rains. 2020 Stone Rains. Opponent. Flagstones. Goes Tutoring. Can be countered to be pretty good. Leyline of Anticipation. Oh, jeez. Teferi. Well, you can't use it. So Suppression Field helps a little bit there. Well, Molten Rain, yeah. They better not have Force Negation. Well, our plan of blowing up lands is not actually working at the moment. About it. Teferi LD would probably be good. Being able to draw... That's something this deck doesn't really have, is any sort of card advantage. Being able to draw an extra card every turn would be pretty strong. Our opponent is doing an impressive job of ramping with these flagstones this game and pulling super far ahead. Opponent. I mean, I guess they've also just managed to blow up all of our land destruction all game. Well, Sunbait Canyon. Pillage the Triome. Bolt the Teferi. Pass the turd. Icy Duck! What card are you looking forward to most in the next set? Ooh. I mean, I'm really excited about getting to play Mystic Archives in Historic. I think is going to be one of the sweetest parts of the set. Just as far as, like, the main set. I am pretty excited for Body of Research. I think, oh dear. This is bad. Might be done. I think Body of Research is going to open up some cool shenanigans. There's actually a lot of neat cards in the set. The Elder Dragons do some cool stuff. Hoffrey is really sweet. There's a lot of just big flashy things. A lot of the smaller stuff, I don't know what it's going to be able to do in Standard in a world where... So this doesn't work against a fairy. Yeah. I think we're pretty much giving up and going to go to the next game. Mana Tithe doesn't do anything. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the next one. I mean, I know we're not dead, but I don't know if we're going to have enough time to finish the league, and that's just going to take a long time where we have very little chance of winning. So I'd rather try to get to a next game where we could win and maybe finish our league during the stream than do that for another 15 minutes where we're like 1% to do anything. Yeah, I think Body of Research is just a normal creature. It's pretty sketchy because it gets bounced, it gets Claim the Firstborn. There's a ton of ways to get punished for it being a 0/0. Hey, see you, Lucid. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the donation. So yeah, I think just as a like, I'm going to slam this as a threat, and it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be good like that. But if you're like Terror of the Peaks into it, or flinging it, or doing shenanigans like that with it, I think it can open up some really cool synergies and support them. Wouldn't it be a great surprise if they just rotated Eldraine out with Strixhaven release? That would be thrilling. I gotta finish counting, but if you look at, I wonder if I can Scryfall it. If you look at, we can't keep this, especially in the dark. Like, that hand could just be dead. I guess this will keep. We'll see what our opponent's doing. So I actually want to see if I can filter this. The percentage of, let's see, so type line creature. Creatures from Strixhaven that are rare. All right, rare creatures from Strixhaven. There are 32. Rare creatures in Strixhaven with... Oh, can you filter by power and toughness? All right, well, let's just go back to that list. There's 32 creatures. How many of them survive a Bone Crusher Giant? Or how many of them don't? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 of the 32 creatures, slightly more than 50% of the rare creatures from Strixhaven, die to the card that is in 50% of the metagame, and arguably the best card of the format. I would have to look at other sets to see how that compares, but that's my concern. That's my biggest concern from this stat. Like, it just gets really got by Stomp in specific. So that's a worry. Although, to be fair, that's just counting power and toughness. Some are worse than others. Like Archmage Emeritus, you just can't play it. You can't play it. It's 4 mana. It doesn't do anything right away. It's going to trade down with Bone Crusher most of the time. On the other hand, it's not fair to say like Callous Blood Mage, a 3 mana creature with a pretty powerful and flexible ETB trigger is unplayable. And that's kind of true like Cayenne. I think you just can't really play it in the world of Bone Crusher being everywhere. But then if you look at some other ones, like maybe Light Scribe, if you can wait and cast it like a 4-drop, it could be okay. Maybe like Silverquill Silencer, it's a 2-drop, so at least it's an even mana trade, and your opponent's going to lose some life if you name Bone Crusher or Stomp with it. So they're not all stone unplayable. Some are better or worse than others, but yeah. So that's my concern. I would love to see Eldraine rotated early. I don't think it's going to happen. I would like to see more rotations, period. Like in my perfect standard, we're rotating like twice a year. I don't know if that was necessary in the past, but I think with Arena and with Power Creep and with so many products and so many special cards, I think that it is necessary now. Spike Feeder. Well, alright. Sure. Fair enough. Infinite mana. Modern's got a few combos these days, doesn't it? So, Lightning Bolt's in. Suppression Field, I guess, kinda does something. It does do things. Whether those things are going to be enough. Maybe go down to Magus. Maybe go down an Oust. And a Ghostly Prison? Something like that. Should try Penny Dreadful sometime. Rotates every time a new standard set comes out. The idea is definitely sounds fun. I think the main reason Hey, what's up, Grateful Dad? Good to see ya. I think the main reason that I haven't played it is... One is it's not easily supported on Magic Online. And it's just so convenient when you can just like click a button and play a league. In general, I haven't played really any formats where it's like you got to go to a Discord and find people and try to get people to play a match. So that's kind of been, well, we do have a suppression field. So that's kind of been one hurdle. The other hurdle is just I do all my deck building in Magic Online, or most of it, and it's really difficult for me to know what's legal. I know there's like a way you can filter on Scryfall or something, but I'm just so used to being able to build decks on Magic Online and how you can filter and so forth that building decks on like Scryfall, I think, is a lot more challenging, more of a hassle. So I would love to see it. Ooh, boy, it's going to be interesting. I would love to see it be officially supported. Like, I think having it be like a pauper type format, where sure, it's not going to be the next standard or something, but having it be supported, I think would be absolutely awesome for Modern. And it would make it a lot easier for people like me who are like, I guess casual, not like super invested in the format at this point, but it'd make it a lot easier to just like try it out. To be like, oh, I got a free couple hours. Let me throw this together and give it a shot and see what happens. Well, blow up a land. Hell, this is going to make it harder for our opponent to combo. Can we overcome what is on the battlefield? That is still a question. I don't think Wizards can officially support it currently because it's solely based off secondary market prices. Ooh. Yeah, that's actually a really good point that I had not considered. That actually might be a bit of a hurdle. Yeah, I don't even know how they could frame it to get around that. Because a lot of times if you hear Wizards talk about price stuff, they say things like accessibility or whatever. I don't know if that would work with Penny Dreadful, because like being a penny is kind of the whole gimmick. Rufio 3030, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Well, keep on tutoring. Get a Sacred Foundry. We're going to leave a Mana Tithe. We promised ourselves going into it, we're going to trust the Tithe. We could be playing Suppression Field, but we're going to trust the Tithe. Opponent goes to combat. Mediocre Miniatures. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. I've never understood what Penny Dreadful is. Can someone just alter the prices of the cards before a tournament with a few $100s and then just ban the decks but their own? So the way Penny Dreadful works is legality is set when a new set comes out. So it goes based on everything that is a penny when a set releases. So that determines the card pool until the next set release. So there's no mediocre. That probably makes more sense. So there's no way that you could intentionally do that, because like I said, the Mana Tithe got him. So there isn't really a way that you could manipulate it that way. I guess you could try to, like, if there was a card you didn't want legal for the next season, maybe you could try to spike it right before the update happens. But no one expects the Mana Tithe. No one expects the Mana Tithe. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dark Dwellers. Stone Rain. Yeah, I know that Heliod's a mana ability, but just gaining life and growing things with this Auriac Champion out is going to be pretty obnoxious. Like, we're down to 11. Our opponent, even if they can't combo, they might be able to just weirdly kill us the old-fashioned way. Stusha, welcome to the Fishbowl. I mean, Arbor Elfate costs 4 mana for them to untap a forest, so if they would like to go that route, we're down. there's an article introducing Penny Dreadful on MTG Goldfish. Oh yeah, I think our newish video editor did that one. Yeah, I think more format primers could be a cool thing to have access to about it. Ballista. Pretty bad ballista, but it is technically a ballista. I'll play Sunbaked Canyon. Is there any way we can win this race is the issue. So we put this on top. We attack. We're hitting for 4. Opponent's hitting for 2. Yeah. I guess we can just stay back for a turn. We do really need to win somehow. Yeah, I mean, Strixhaven is like... I think Strixhaven is the Harry Potter set, quote-unquote. I mean, it's not a Harry Potter set, but it's like a wizard school set. Favorite precon so far... I would rank Orzhov as the least powerful. Although I do think it's pretty interesting. If I was just going to rank... what's my favorite? I think it's... Boros has my favorite commander. The new face commander in Boros is so sweet. The deck overall, though, might be the Simic deck. The Simic deck, I don't know. Doubling tokens and counters is sweet. It's got some big flashy things. Other than, like, Orzhov has cards that might be interesting to... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Might be interesting to upgrade a Shattering Silverquill deck with, but I don't feel like it's a very good pre-con. Lower hold. Oh, Wizards can't go back to Ravnica every couple years and make everyone learn the Ravnica names and use them for everything, and then just switch it. It's not happening. The way I think of it is Lorehold is the college, Boros is the college's colors. So that's my defense. That's my argument. Oh dear. Not the most convenient time to draw every land in our deck. At all. Well, we're running very short on time. Opponent goes attacking. Ooh, hits us down to 3. Well, I guess this gives us a blocker. Well, how's the ballista? Pass the turn. Oh, if our opponent can find mana and get down that Auriac champion. Opponent. Yeah, I thought about Gusting Arrow Goblin, but in those 2 turns that we wait, we take 4 and we gain 3. So we actually come out a life behind doing that. Yeah, we're slowing our opponent down. If we can find... We gotta hit some land destruction at some point. Like, if we can blow up 1 more land, we can theoretically keep our opponent from playing anything, and maybe we win. Lightning Bolt. Jeez, that's a lot of lads. 11? I guess one was pathed out, but we've had a lot of lads. If they want some new names to stick with, they should go ahead and come up with some 4-color groups. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't done that yet. I wonder why we haven't had a 4-color theme set. Like a Nephilim set or whatever, of the 4-color pairings. Maybe it's just too hard to do. But that's something they literally haven't done in all of Magic, right? We've never had a I don't even know what you call them. It's not a wedge, it's not a shard. 4 colors is super awkward. It's probably true. 4 colors is hard to decide. I mean, we're in the YOLO era of design. Or fire, I mean. Where you do whatever you want, right? Do whatever you want and let the ban list sort it out. Yeah, I guess it would probably be hard to make cards feel 4-colored. Like, yeah. But maybe you could do it if you had some, like, 4-color mythics, 4-color whatever, hybrid legends or something, and then just had, like, normal type stuff. But yeah, if the idea is cards got to have something from each of their colors, I'm sure having 4 different colors represented on a card and having that card not be Omnath level broken, like that's got to be actually really hard design wise. 4-color fixing is either terrible or way too good. I mean, 4-color triomes broke it. I mean, Wizards does keep finding ways to do new things. I'm kind of, I don't know. I wonder where that leads to eventually. Like, do you think there will ever be a fetchable 5-color land? Like a City of Brass, but you can fetch it. That doesn't seem totally impossible. Well, I mean, Golos can fetch anything. Boot it. I guess we gotta kill that. Both the bird. There's the ballista. Another suppression field. We're not winning this race, though. Ugh. Pass the turn. They're not activating that Walking Ballista, I can tell you that. Opponent passes. Or cracking this Windsweep Teeth. Oh. Oh, this is the decision of the match. We could pillage the ballista and start attacking, but if our opponent finds a white source and plays Auriac Champion, that's not going to work. We can pillage the white source, and then there's essentially no chance that our opponent's going to be able to play the Auriac Champion in the near future, but then we can't keep attacking. Yeah, I think we actually have to blow up Horizon Canopy. I don't think... It would have been nice if we hit a non-pillage land destruction spell. But I think if Auriac Champion comes back down, we're probably dead. Q is 564453. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boy, the Magic Gods present us with a choice again. I think we go Ballista. Hopefully. Hell. Go Dark Dwellers. Well, they can't fetch. Right now, these are taxing activated abilities 2 each, so our opponent would need to pay 6 to crack this Windswept Teeth, so Windswept Teeth is not going to get cracked this game. They could just draw lands and play creatures, though. Okay, Windswept Teeth, that's fine. Put us out at 10. LD? Canyon. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be interesting. Oh. I do like drawing cards enough that I am okay with paying. Oh, they draw land. 7 mana to crack a Sunbay Canyon. We did it. Oh, opponent. Well, that's not bad. Stone Rain, the Forest, and Pillage the Forest, and this should do it. Oh! Alright, the LD is coming. Opponent realizes it's over. Oh! Well, Suppression Field kept us alive. It kept us alive in a round. Yeah, Dark Dweller's sweet. It is a sweet card. I'm kind of surprised we won that one, honestly. Well, let's bring in this Wrath. Maybe we just go down 1 Stone Rain. Try like that. Yeah, it's basically Boros land destruction, but it has a bit of a prison-y feel. I feel like we need the bolts to deal with the combos. Suppression Field does help. Suppression Field actually shuts down a lot of their combos. But if we don't have Suppression Field, Bolt can keep us alive for a turn or two. Oh yeah. Our plan for winning is mostly our opponent conceding or us eventually winning on like turn 70. After we play through like our entire deck and we like piece it together with Molten Rain damage, a Lightning Bolt, maybe getting a Dark Dweller attack, but we do not actually close out the game fast. Anyone feeling really disassociated from Magic recently? Not sure I'm even going to go back to my LGS when they reopen. Really, Cracky Senior, is there anything that you can put your finger on that's making you feel that way? Do you think it's like pandemic related, or do you think it's Magic related? Too much product. Well, there is definitely a ridiculous amount of product these days, for sure. Yeah, Nihiri Emrakul is also a lot faster. I sold my entire actual card collection all online now. I mean, I've mostly played. I have a lot of random cards from buying and selling collections back in the day, but my actual collection and decks are all online. But that's been like that for a while. For a long time. Sell outish. I can definitely see what you're saying. It does feel like Hasbro is really monetizing Magic heavily right now. And that is one of their main focuses. So I definitely can see... I can definitely see what you're sort of suggesting there. At the same time, it's like... I don't know. That's what companies do. Like, if the game is fun... and it's being supported, like, I don't know. If they're gonna make money off, they're gonna make money off of it. That's how capitalism works, and that is the only purpose of big corporations is to make as much money as possible. So, I guess from that perspective, it's kind of like, yeah, that's what they do. But at the same time, from a player's perspective, there are times when it's like, I don't know, is this going too far? The crossover stuff is something that comes to mind. Like, at what point is it too much? Like, if we're having constant spoiler season, 30 secret lair drops a year, crossover products, any one of those things individually probably isn't really a meaningful deal. But when you add all those things together, it ends up maybe feeling like a big deal sometimes, whether it actually is or should be or not. Now let's flip the way mana. But I mean, at the same time, I think there's a lot of stuff that is related to the pandemic more than anything else. Like the gathering aspect missing from Magic, I don't think that's Wizards' fault, and I don't think that's Hasbro's fault, and I don't think that's too many products. I think that's the last year's been really weird because of a global pandemic that happens once a century or whatever. So that's, I guess that's the other hand. Like, I guess I'll know how I feel more once things go back to normal, basically. And see how much of this is just kind of like side effects of the weirdest year of probably most of our lives thanks to the pandemic, and how much of it is like actual, meaningful changes or whatever with Magic itself. All right, Dark Dweller time. We will pillage. No sense in killing the Windswept Teeth. It's not doing anything. But we can pillage the Walking Ballista. Man, Suppression Field's just great against this deck. That is like absolutely winning the game. I'll pass the turn. Can you beat a Dark Dweller opponent? I have a theory that Splinter Twin is going to be unbanned just as in-person play comes back. Ooh. Yeah, that would drive interest in Modern. What do you think? Have you heard of the leaked Modern Horizon post which says Sneak Attack is coming to Modern? I have not seen a post saying the Sneak Attack was coming to Modern. We were looking at one earlier that said Counterspell, Sergeant's Age, Sanctum, Prelate, and Solitary Confinement. I haven't heard about Sneak Attack. I feel like I've heard a lot of random-ish cards pop up with people saying that they might be coming to Modern. I definitely had someone tell me, did you see the Hymn to Turok coming to Modern leak? And I was like, no, didn't see that one. Hymn to Turok seems like a long shot to me. Yeah, Punishing Fire, I feel like it should at least be tried. Here's a list I saw. Where did the list come from, do you know? Time Walk? That would be exciting just because, the reserve list was gone. Well, let's sack this. Draw a card. This is kind of actually working. We'll look at the list in a minute. Oh, we don't even need to blow that up. We'll just hit you. Alright. I think we locked him. Suppression Field All-Star. Yeah, well, look at the list. This might be our last game. We'll see. Boat it. Down to 15 flagstones. Keep the new one. Tutor up a Sacred Foundry. Yeah, we'll just pass. Opponent's just not doing anything. Nothing whatsoever. Opponent passes. 1-2. Cracks Sunbay Canyon. 1-2-3 rather. Draw a card. So much land destruction with nothing to do with it. Well, alright, more suppression fields. Kind of want to blow up the Windswept Heath just to send a message, but it's already essentially blown up. Opponent. Ooh, that's a real land, sort of. Opponent. Arbor Elf. Not good against suppression field. Opponent passes. Inspiring Vantage. Blow up your Horizon Canopy. Mistap. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Opponent goes to 8. Dark Dweller. Dark Dweller. And that was a pretty good win. We need to draw a Bolt to actually get the flawless win now. But this is a win. Opponents. Alright, well, look at this list. Let's look at this list after we finish killing our opponent here. Opponent takes it. Down to 4. Pass the turn. Opponent. Land. And scoops it up. All right. Well, that is a way the deck could win. I still can't believe we beat the elf deck. Oh my god. All right, let's rank this leak list. And I think this will probably end up being our last match for tonight, but we'll find someone good to raid. But most importantly, let's actually look this over. So this is, I don't know where it's coming from. This is someone's rumor/leak list of stuff in Modern Horizons. What do you think about the possibility of this stuff coming to Modern? That is the question. So number one, Recruiter of the Guard. I could see that. That seems possible. Council's Judgment, sure, that's fine. Chain Lightning, seems very unlikely. Stifle, yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. The turn 1 fetch land Stifle, like, win the die roll, turn 1 fetch land Stifle is pretty rough. Standstill, why? Do we really need that in the format? But I don't know. It's only a draw 3. Like, I guess it's probably fine. Hymn to Turok seems unlikely to me. Crop rotation, please, for the love of God, no. Like, Tron is already really good at setting up Tron, and it's using, like, Ancient Stirrings to dig 5 cards deep, and Sylvan Scryings. It does not need to be able to, like, forest sack at Tron land at instant speed in response to you, or, like, even worse, you know what's going to happen if they do this? It's going to be, they assemble Tron with green mana out, and you go to actually kill their Tron piece, and they're like, oh, sure, crop rotation, sack my tower that you're targeting, get another tower, I still have Tron. Shardless Agent, I believe that one. I've heard the Shardless Agent rumor from a bunch of different places. That seems possible. Price of Progress, no, for the love of God, no. Burn is already a top tier deck. There's no way that is not happening. It is absolutely. Burn has already been a top tier deck in Modern for a long time. Do you know what Price of Progress does? Do you know what it does? Have you ever read the card? 2 mana instant speed deals damage to each player equal to twice the number of non-basic lands they control. This is 8 damage, 12 damage, a ridiculous amount of damage. This would be the best bird spell in a bird deck in the Modern format. Cunning Wish, whatever, sure. Wired with Symbiote. They'll probably reprint something to power up elves more, so that makes sense. Argothian Enchantress, yeah, sure. Leovold? I don't know about Leovold. We don't need more Narset wheel cards in the format. Sanctum Prelate, I believe that. Sneak Attack? I also don't think we need more ways to cheat Emeralds into play. Like, can you imagine Through the Breach and Sneak Attack showing up in the format? So, I'm going to say, I think that list is bunk. I think that list is someone's wish list. I think that's someone that is I don't know, that is just wanting those cards in the format, trying to be funny, starting a rumor. I do think that it's possible that some of those cards actually are in the set, because like I said, I've heard Shardless Agent a bunch of just random places, not like leaks, but a lot of people like, hey, Shardless Agent, you hear about Shardless Agent? So some of those I think are realistic, but some of those feel very much not realistic, and maybe I'll eat my words. I mean, when I first saw Vorinclex, the Phyrexian Vorinclex, and the counter doubling, my initial reaction to Vorinclex was, I don't think that's real. But It was real. It definitely was real. And it, ended up being exactly like that leak was. So I could certainly be wrong, but I don't know. I can't imagine. The other thing to consider with Modern Horizons, and it's hilarious that we haven't even had the release of Strixhaven yet, and we've already moved on to talking Modern Horizons. That is the quick pace of magic in 2021. But the other thing to consider is last Modern Horizons, they didn't really go super strong at reprinting older stuff. And that's the other thing that makes me a little skeptical. Maybe this will be different, and maybe they will print a lot of powerful legacy stuff. But the original Modern Horizons, it was mostly like random commons and uncommons that got reprinted, or cards that referenced old cards. Like we got that Cabal Therapist card, but not Cabal Therapy. So most of the reprints from Legacy were pretty benign and not actually all that powerful. So I would be a little bit surprised too if they were just like, boom, here's a bunch of the best cards in Legacy and Vintage. They're all legal in Modern now. I think it's more likely that we get some good reprints, but we also get a lot of new cards or like modern versions of old cards like we got the first time around. But oh my goodness. Anyway, everyone, I think we're going to call it there for tonight. So overall, what do we learn about Boros Land Destruction? And I don't even care. When it comes down to it, our record was not that great. Our first league was rough because we didn't trust the Mana Tithe. Our second league was going better. We were 2-1 so far at the second one because we did trust the Mana Tithe. But when it comes down to it, we made people miserable. We got a ton of Mana Tithes. We got flawless or close to flawless victories. We blew up a ton of lands. We even beat elves. So if you just want to like mess around and make opponents miserable, the deck actually does a really good job. As far as like winning and going 5-0, it's matchup dependent, it's hand dependent. The one thing I would say as far as like maybe improving the deck, and I don't even know if this would be an improvement, but I actually am like interested in taking out maybe the Goblin Dark Dwellers, maybe going back just a tiny bit on the land destruction, because we have 16 land destruction spells now, but trying to like just free up a few slots, something like this, and playing like 3 Nahiris. I do think this is a reasonable game plan. Playing like 3 Nahiris potentially, or maybe if you can find room, even 4 Nahiris, and then just playing 1 Emrakul as your finisher. And I think, even though our finishing the game worked out a lot of the times, it was very scary and very risky feeling. We're like, okay, we have this Goblin Dark Dweller. We have our opponent like restricted on lands, but we gotta wait 5-10 turns to actually kill our opponent. That gives the opponent a lot of time to draw out of it. When Nahiri, looting away bad cards, finding good cards, and then just 2 upticks, ultimating Emrakul, annihilate you in the game, that would speed up the clock a lot. So that isn't to say that this build is bad or anything, because I actually think this build was super fun. But I think it's worth considering switching up the finisher package to try Nahiri rather than the other stuff. So, oh, well, we made people miserable. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Seriously. Hope you had fun goofing around in Modern tonight. So quick reminders, replay YouTube, you can find the old streams, normal YouTube, Much Brew, Modern going up tomorrow, Sweet Against Odds from yesterday, already live playing some Turgid in Deathcloud if you haven't seen it, tons of more Strixhaven stuff, and one more shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom. If you need Strixhaven or C21, you get it at cardkingdom.com. Finally, thank you to all of you for being awesome and amazing. I love each and every one of you. So have a great night, a great Friday, a great weekend. I will check out your music adverse. That is awesome. And no Monday stream. Next week we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with the preview stream on Thursday. So until then, everyone, I love y'all. Have a great night. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.